So everyone's had a good rest of the week for the most part.
It's been alright.
Any issues, concerns, anything?
None I can really think of.
Because I think
My
last week.
most level's not high enough.
Well, yeah, that happens. But he traded all his levels to as an Asimar. So
That's true. Well, I mean, I got all more abilities, so
yeah, you just have to relearn your monk skills.
I got the main one I was waiting for, so. And once I reach 9th level.
Okay, what was that growling noise I just heard?
Well,
okay, good.
To be fair, it's not as loud as it usually is, so.
No, sorry, I was just concerned for a moment that my audio had dropped off, so.
No, that was me. Or rather, the assholes outside.
Yep. Doesn't matter what part of the world you're from, there's at least one asshole.
So yeah, we just have a lot of assholes. Anyway, so you guys raised Ortovi from the dead, isn't that correct?
Pretty much.
And now we're trying to convince him not to bring his silver into town.
And not attack the werewolves.
He's currently laying up, in the abbey. There's that what looks like a young man standing over him, but everybody else knows it's a diva. And there's some really weird other looking creatures with look like they are part monster, like bits sewn together. Also looking at him. That'd be the Mongol folk.
There's a sad one here. Well, basically one of the first people he'd see is Green, just knelt over him.
And Kurt standing because he can't kneel.
Yeah.
He's short.
It's close enough.
Yep. You're still taller than me, even though you're kneeling.
Actually, no. I'd say the height's about equidistant.
Fair enough.
In any case, Green just kind of looks down at Toby. It's just like, you all right there?
Welcome back to the land of the living.
And Otovi, you remember what I whispered to you last time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Complete with all the emotional trauma associated.
Yep.
Hi.
Hey. Up, dog.
So, going to lead you into this gently. We have brought you back to life, as you can probably. Wasn't it?
That's his title now.
Yeah.
You saved him, and he agreed to bring.
Pretty much, yes. We have 2 more, I believe.
I do believe.
Yep.
You all right? You're being a little quiet there.
Just for safety's sake, are lying or something?
No, they're definitely telling the truth as far as they know it.
It's true. And when have you ever known Kurt to lie?
I'll point to the monstrosities and say, and what about them?
They are the unfortunate victims of his previous owner. They are now under the care of the abbot here.
Yes, I am seeing to it that they get the proper treatment that they require to fix the broken minds.
kind of a dickhole.
More than that, more than kind of. In any case, another forewarning, just so you're aware. The town that this abbey is situated just up the hill from is a town populated by werewolves. However, they are friendly to us. They have done us no wrong, and they have.
It keeps cutting out.
It'd be best that.
I said it cut out for me when you said they've done us no wrong.
I didn't hear anyone else respond to that, so it might have been on my end. Did anyone else hear me when I was saying that?
Yeah,
I heard you.
I didn't.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But yes, figured it'd be best you know.
All right.
Tell you what, how about once you feel you're ready to stand and move, we can get you down into the town and you can talk with their leader. I feel like she'll help assuage any doubts you might have.
Sure.
You a smile.
So the abbot
Right,
kind
well-
of, pats Rotovi on the shoulder and moves off. I have things I must.
Of course. Thank you, sir. We
Well, I
appreciate
doubt.
your assistance.
Perhaps you will be the ones to finally fix this land. But he kind of lets out a sigh as he walks away.
Yeah, here's hoping.
It will take a lot of work to do,
Yeah.
but I feel we can do. I think we can do it. And he offers his hand to you.
Gotta start somewhere, right?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Gotta start somewhere, right?
And if you take his hand, he pulls you to your feet.
All right.
All right, well, I say we head back to town. Let Toby get some rest that doesn't involve dying. And
Yeah.
then head on our way to the Amber Temple. Unless
Yeah.
anybody has anything else they want.
Yes, we need to find the location of the Amber Temple first. We know the vague direction it's in, but the
Quite
only thing I
frankly,
can think
that's the best one.
we'd need to make preparations before we go there. And Green's saying this as he's walking back to the cart. It's going to be very cold up there, extremely so.
Gazes down from the cart and smiles as she sees Rotovi. Wow, he really is up and moving about.
I know,
Yeah.
huh?
It's a regular miracle. Oh yeah, and if you need it, Octavia, they've got some very strong liquor that might be of use.
This whole town is full of strong liquor.
Pretty much.
Maybe they're not that bad.
They aren't that bad. They're very good people. They're just trying to survive in this land as much as we are.
Yep. Plus, the leader of this town fucked some people up who were threatening her town, so she's pretty much a badass.
Yeah, she's very respectful as well. I think you'll like her. David and Aki, are David and Aki with us, or did they head back to Anna's place?
They're still at Anna's place.
Yes, they're actually David and Aki there as well. If that adds to it at all.
No, everything's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like you just keep trying to say something, Quentin, and then your mic goes dark.
Yeah.
Either way, Green heading down into town with the cart if everyone else does.
Yeah, Ramona just starts the cart up and, towards the horses back down towards town.
Mm-hmm. It's straight for Anna's.
Yep. Kurt follows suit. Fight.
So what on
Anna was at Anna's house.
you guys?
I
He
think
came
went
back-
with
he-
them.
Yeah, he came up with us.
Okay. So all this time, Benny's just kind of been quiet. He's probably thinking about his brothers. And when you guys get down there, he says, "I think I'm just whatever. I'm just gonna stay here for now. Help out in
You
this
sure?
town as best as I can." And he nods.
Got some deep thinking. It's true.
Yeah. And if he is truly set in it, Green just kind of
But I think Benny would probably still.
Green just gave him a pat on the back, and it's just like, "We'll miss you, friend."
Yeah.
Under his ankle like a chihuahua or something like that.
No.
Like the
I have standards.
Anyway,
I have my gnomish pride.
anyway, Green then heads on to Anna's.
Onward.
So Anna, what do you do in the walking around?
I mean, nothing in particular. I'm just kind of hanging out because Toby was in the regular party, but I didn't really have any close bond with. Betty's gone, so okay.
The monkey just kind of clings to your head, looking at Toby, and seems a little freaked.
Who does?
The monkey, Piccolo.
Piccolo.
So you're not surprised that some. Oh wait.
Toby walking around. He's clinging to you fairly hard because of it.
I mean, I just let him do whatever.
Yeah, Green kind of walks over and gives Piccolo a pat on the head. It's just like, "It's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry." And just tries to calm him. Just kind of reaches into his pack, gives him a ration. "Don't worry. He's still the same. He's still the same old Toby."
Yeah, he grabs the ration from your fingers and starts chowing down on it.
Food to fix all issues.
Everything all right down here? Green looks at Anna, David, and Naki.
Naki kind of nods. Everything's been fine. You've
Cool.
gotten Toby back.
Yes.
Yep.
Biddy has also leaving the party and remaining here for some time. I think he's got some personal business he'd like to resolve.
Yeah, he's gonna do his own thing.
That makes Aki nod a bit. Makes sense, I suppose.
Quite. In any case, is Anna here?
With a load of firewood. Says, welcome back.
Yes. Hello again, Lady Anna. Allow me to introduce you to Ortovi, the of mine and Kurt's little
Old
group. Old
Oh.
group, yes. Yes, Ortovi, this is Anna, the leader of this village.
She kind of nods her head slightly to you and then piles up the firewood in its spot and starts, putting some logs on the fire. Robot!
Sorry, what was
She's
that?
asking for vodka. She said you're roboting.
Oh, okay.
Understand you?
Yeah. Green just asked, is there any vodka available?
Of course. She kind of pulls out a carafe of vodka and pulls out a few wooden cups.
Yep.
It's
Green
loading them up.
Yep. Green takes a glass for Ortovi and basically just starts passing around glasses to everyone who'd like a drink.
Yeah, because I was about to say, you're about to get a nasty look from Minna if you don't.
Forget
Just
Anna.
pipe.
Well,
But it keeps
he passes the.
it keeps screwing up and not letting me hear anybody. I hate when that
Oh,
happens.
dear. Yeah. He passes a cup to everyone who wants a drink and just turns to Ortovi and says, "It's good to have you back, old friend."
Yeah.
And he just kind of clicks his glove.
Just make sure you don't do anything fucking stupid and get yourself killed again.
Quentin's being uncharacteristically quiet this game. Everything's okay,
Not bad.
Quentin? Or maybe his microphone's broken?
He was having a bit of trouble earlier.
I wonder if
You
that's
might
it.
just be tired.
Oh,
You might just
yeah.
You're usually far more chatty than this. So I'm just
Yeah.
making sure you're okay.
I'm good. Ortovi,
Yeah, he's got stuff going on in his mind. But yeah, he just has a glass of vodka put into his hand by Green.
I don't know
Oh.
if the glass is gonna be enough there, Green.
We can.
Well, it's
I'm
a glass
sure
to
more.
start. You can always have more.
I'll be just having the one, but I'm sure you're probably welcome to have more.
Ortovi's already done with his first glass.
Well, yeah.
You get a refill.
Because it's like every few minutes everything just kind of freezes and I can't hear anybody.
Huh, weird. Sounds like it might be a problem, maybe with your headphones or with your computer.
No, it seems to be with Discord because everything seems to freeze on Discord when it happens. Hold on.
I think the next time I go with the monk, I might choose Way of the Sun Soul. This sounds interesting.
Way of the Sun Soul basically means you get to play Ryu from Street Fighter.
Ah.
Yeah, I think if I play a monk,
yeah,
I'm gonna play.
interesting.
I'm gonna play the Way of the Four Elements, just so I can be a bender from Avatar.
So basically, you just want to be
Hi, Lyrikins. La, 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 la.
I haven't seen them posted on YouTube, but they just posted their most recent campaign on the Google Play Store.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
hope that
nice.
this will work better.
Yeah,
I
hopefully.
really hate it when Discord just kind of looks to shut down on me like this.
If
Yeah,
you want to
Discord
play,
is.
if you want to play Elemental Monk, you should mix it with Genasi. That's what I'm doing for a new campaign. Gonna play in. I'm an
Oh,
Urchin
nice.
Monk, so that's gonna be fun.
Oh, nice.
That sounds cool, actually. That sounds pretty useful.
Mm.
I mean, I think Air Genasi is the weakest of them all.
Can't they fly? Can't they fly though?
They can levitate, which means you can go up and down once a day, which is useful, but let's be real, not that useful.
It might save them from falling. You have died from falling damage before.
Yeah, but monks get half falling damage at some point anyway, so
Yeah, then that would
not
really help if you fell off
half.
a cliff.
yeah.
It's not half falling damage. It's just your level times 5.
I'm pretty sure the can actually like naturally fly is the Aarakocra.
Probably.
Yeah.
Winged kobolds.
Mhm.
That is true. That is true.
Mm.
And technically, the Azamar can naturally fly, but that's only for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, which sucks.
So you're
But
currently
at the same time.
you're currently at Anna's cabin. Ortovi is back to life. He's just very quiet still.
I think it's getting on towards evening as well, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
we've basically just gotten back from Yesterhill.
Yep.
And picking up Ortovi's dead body.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it would be it's definitely evening if not night at this point.
To bed.
Yeah.
And Anna
But-
is starting to dish out bits of stew for everybody for dinner.
Mhm, yeah.
Kurt takes his, thanks her kindly, and chugs.
Mm-hmm. Green eats his stew. So, David, Haki, anything interesting happened while we were away?
Everything's been quiet here, David tells you. I've just been hoping to get a better lead on the Ember Temple, other than south and very cold. Supposed to be well below freezing up there.
Yes, I was
Sounds
actually curious, and I look at Anna. Would you perhaps know where we could acquire cold weather gear for such a climate?
She sighs a bit. Unfortunately, we don't have anything like that here. Considering now everybody can turn furry when they get too cold.
Hmm.
fair enough.
We could always try going back to Barovia, or to the or
Kurt
the other
keeps his
town.
mouth shut. You know what we could do? We could just go hunting.
We could do, but that would require time to go and have them made as well.
Time for curing, Aki agrees.
Fair enough.
When we could always just go to Valaki and see if they have cold weather gear there, and if they don't, then we can always go on to Barovia. Or we could go to that camp we went to. Remember?
With the gypsy people?
Yeah, the one with the gypsy people. They might have cold weather gear that we could buy.
I don't
They're
think so.
close to the village of Barovia, Aki reminds you.
Yes. Which is a mild concern considering how close Barovia is to Strahd's castle.
And he pulls out the map. Starts like going over it with you.
Yes.
Let's see. Kurt
I'd
stands
say
on the table.
I'd say Valaki would be our best bet. The problem is that we have neglected quite deliberately the request from Strahd to return promptly. So I can imagine he's probably not too happy with us. So if we went to Barovia, we'd be very
He's
close.
either not too happy or very amused.
I would probably. I'm likely erring towards the side that he's a little bit absolutely livid with us.
So, that Aki suggests we probably do not want to go anywhere past that gate. He taps his finger on the spot over here.
Yes, quite. I say Valaki would be our best bet. But at the same time, Valaki is also a risk because it is currently being controlled by one of Strahd's generals, effectively.
And didn't
They
that
don't
cause
like me
some
very
problems
much.
there?
You and me both, sister.
Yes.
That's where Orto's got body snatched and killed.
Kurt kind of gets a bit of a look.
David kind of looks around and said, "Did you guys end up stealing a monkey?" And he kind of looks over at Piccolo from there.
Everybody points at Anna.
I'm pretty sure the monkey adopted Enna at this point.
Yeah. Plus, that guy's kind of an idiot.
Mm,
The monkey seems to be agreeing with you.
yes. Oh, that reminds me. I don't think we actually filled you two in on what happened at Yesterhill, did we?
No, you did not. Aki agrees.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Well, aren't
yeah.
you in for a story?
It
We
was
arrived at Yesterhill to find that
great. No druids.
just no druids. They were all gone. I believe that's because they killed by the wizard or whatever, whoever it was, and his hunter.
Crazy ass
We
wizard.
heard somebody being referred to as the Mad Mage at one point.
Yes, the Mad Mage. That was it. Yes, apparently he's already dealt with that. But there was, well, to put it bluntly, a demon there. A very big and evil demon.
Aki kind of lifts an eyebrow. What kind of demon?
I think it was described as a shadow demon.
He nods a bit.
Yes, me and Galdar were unfortunately found ourselves within this thing's black vortex, and we managed to escape through.
Green press the panic button.
Yeah, he
Through,
did.
I think the best way to describe it is literal divine intervention.
He pressed the panic button.
It was a
Yes.
panic button.
Do you remember? Quite. Do you remember that? I look at David and Naki. Do you remember that time when myself and Anna briefly vanished and then reappeared?
You mean when Enna was supposedly dead, David Ventures, and came back to life?
Yes.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, I remember the discussion we had.
Yes. Well,
Because
that
Anna threw
adventure,
rocks and shit.
that that adventure myself and Enna went on resulted in us acquiring a couple of coins, which are effectively markers with divine being of some kind.
Yeah, she
I
never
know.
did confirm that.
Neither did confirm that. I believe her name was Thorn.
Yep.
Fascinating, David says. I would be very much interested in meeting this Thorn.
And I'm sure she'd be very interested in meeting you. And I don't even say that with any sense of sarcasm. He genuinely just says that because he believes that. But yes, I used my marker and effectively opened up a door to this tavern that she owns, and we have acquired an asset that would be useful in our fight against Strahd. However, it came at us effectively taking part in some kind of.
We found
What?
a giant lizard thing. I think he called
Yeah.
it Tyrannosaurus.
Yes, it was big.
It was bigger than the last thing we thought.
Yes.
Kurt should know it. Yeah, Kurt knows what a Tyrannosaurus is. He's like, yeah, we fought a T-Rex. And then she brought it back to life. We had to fight an undead version of a T-Rex.
Aki kind of lifts an eyebrow at that. Wow.
Yes, she evidently has the capability of summoning a T-Rex.
And bringing it back from the dead.
And as a reward for defeating it, we had to fight it because we asked to see if we could acquire an item that might be of use. And Green goes to his belt and he pulls forth the hilt of the Sun Sword, and we were given this.
Oh, and the dead T-Rex was spitting out dead people. It's really weird.
Yeah, it was a little concerning. Yes, they gave us this, and I've just held up the unactivated hilt of the Sun Sword.
Aki tilts his head. What is that?
It's a sword.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that's a
Kind of stares at it for a bit and goes,
Let me show
"How
you.
is it okay?"
Let me show you. And then I just say the activation phrase and activate the sword.
I hope you're not pointing that at anybody at the time.
Oh no, definitely not. I am making sure that it is pointing away from everyone in a very clear space.
It goes right above Kurt's head and singes his hat.
You hear a gasp from both Anna and David. Aki just kind of lifts an eyebrow.
Yes. This is, well, I guess what I'd call it is a
Hey,
Sunbloom.
I put that away. We have a a person in this room that can't handle radiant energy, so...
That is true. I deactivate it.
Sorry, Anna.
Anna kind of bites her lip. That's okay.
Anna, would you know anything about this weapon?
She shakes her head. I'm afraid not.
Fair enough. So yeah, that all happened. Then she sent us back. We kicked the shit out of the demon and went to go get Ortovi, and now we're here.
The demon wasn't as much of a problem as you thought, Aki ventures.
Nope, that would be thanks to Galdar here, and he thumps Galdar on the back.
Galdar command made the shit out of it. Awesome.
Oh my god.
Little bit, yes.
Well, it's not like a dwarf can fly.
Unless we had a wizard that knew how to cast fly.
Think of the fact that I saw a preview for Dumbo yesterday.
I am not eager to see that because I've lost some respect for Tim Burton because Tim Burton is a one horse.
Pretty much.
I haven't had respect for Tim Burton in ages at this point, but he used to be one of my favorites. Long time ago.
Same thing with fucking Johnny Depp.
Yeah, ditto.
Quick out of character question. This is actually pertaining to the Sunday game. You said that Cage got a third item. Is that coin with that third item? Because you said I got it off the body of the dead bird.
Oh yes, yeah. Cage did. He got one of those coins.
Okay, cool. I figured after they mentioned that, I figured I'd ask. Cool. Anywho.
Mal.
Yeah, Mal comes back. Mal gets brought back for one thing. He rushes into this one room to fight something that likes magical items, and then he decides to use his roguish bonus effect of disengage and runs back. The thing single-mindedly pursues him back into the next room, and not only inflicts wounds on him grave enough to just down him in the first place, but also gives him a stage 3 infection, so that he now seeks the same. So the party has to destroy him.
Alright, well, I think it's time for everybody to get some rest. And then tomorrow we'll leave first thing in the morning. And just head south and go from. Well, first we'll head to that town, and then we'll head south.
Which town?
Valaki.
Okay.
I didn't think of it at the time.
Yeah.
For now, I'm gonna go out and pray, I guess.
Yeah.
See if maybe I can break through this shit and speak with Deciduous.
Yeah. Yeah. Grace, what I sent you was in the brackets. It was out of character. Sorry, I should have specified.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said who in front of me. You said who. You're asking me who is in front of you. Well, that would be pretty much everybody in your party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Including Anna and David and Aki and pretty much everybody who's there. You're kind of standing in front of everybody.
Okay, fair enough then. Before Green turns into bed, Green goes to Anna. Is it alright if I could speak to you for a moment?
Anna nods as she's finishing cleaning up the dinner dishes.
Yeah, I start to help her as I say this, and I basically just keep my voice low. I obviously know that you've said that you don't go near the Yester Hill ever since what happened, but I would heavily advise that you keep that policy even after we've vanquished that demon. It still isn't a safe place at all.
She nods slowly. How bad is it there?
There seems to be still quite a sizable amount of corruption there. There's a tree there that has some kind of malevolent feel about it, according to out of character. Who was it who felt the malevolent feel around the tree again?
I figured out what it was and started screaming "bad tree."
Yeah, ever since
The druid.
Yeah. The druid
And,
said, "This is bad. Let's get the hell out of here."
yeah,
What's
very
wrong
bad
there?
feel about it. And so, and I trust her judgment.
She nods. Well, I'll continue to warn my people off against that place then.
That would probably be for the best. By the way, I thought you should know.
Thank you. It's
I
most
help her out.
appreciated.
I help her out with cleaning the dishes and whatnot, and then I head off to bed when everything's done. Actually, I pray first, and then I go to bed.
Alright. And nothing molests you in your sleep, thankfully.
Yay!
Sorry, my cat's whining about something.
We all make mistakes.
Kurt's gonna try and commune with his god.
Alright, roll me a religion check.
You know what? Since he's praying, can Green do the same?
Of course.
13. I'll take that as a no.
So, Kurt, as you attempt to pray, you get the sensation of many eyes watching you. You hear the fluttering of bat wings in the back of your mind. Green, you just don't feel anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know what it is based on that?
No.
Or do I need to make another check?
No, that's just what you're feeling.
Strange. Alright, and then Kurt's actually gonna go talk to David after he's done praying.
David's in bed.
Oh, okay, I'll talk to him.
You gonna wake him up?
No. I'll talk to him in the
Alright.
Kurt goes over to his pillow and falls asleep.
What are the rest of you doing?
Sleep.
Sleep, and more sleep, huh?
It's a shame Kurt doesn't have one of his Sharpies. I'll give you a tweety little French guy mustache, Anna.
Why?
Because he's evil and you can't be trusted?
Because out of everybody, Anna would appreciate it the most.
Good point.
Anywho, meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
So,
Green's probably the first to wake up, I reckon.
alright.
Kurt will wake up around the same time as Green.
Mackey's already kind of sitting outside watching the sunrise.
Kurt's gonna walk outside
Oh.
without his shirt.
1 second, guys. I see now why my cat was whining at me. 1 second, guys.
Alright. So yeah,
Get all the way up there!
He's gonna go and punch a
Oh,
tree.
you silly girl.
Well, while you do that, I'm
Could
gonna let
get
my
up all the way
animals in.
there.
I'll be right back.
I jump up there.
Alright.
Wow.
Hey,
That was very high up.
Tom, did you read
Unlike
that?
unlike the other one, there was no real good jump spot.
I cannot hear you.
Wow.
Yeah, I tried.
No, what'd you say?
I was asking if you.
Sorry about that.
No,
I looked up and suddenly saw that my cat was sitting in a. It was sitting on top of a cabinet that I have no idea how she managed to get up on top there, and I think she was upset that she couldn't find her way down.
Shit, so was my cat. He just fucking jump. My cat's kind of a dick like.
Either that, or she was like saying, "Hey, look at me! Look at me! Look at me! Look how high up I got!"
Look at me, ma. No hands.
Yeah.
Look at me mine something awesome. Okay, can I come down now? I don't know how to get down.
How did I get up here?
Basically,
Last
yeah.
I remember, I was tripping balls on acid.
What's wrong, Lyra?
Hmm.
Coming up.
So yeah.
Oh my god, I'm tripping! Oh
Alright.
shit! Oh, I tripped. I think we're just waiting
So,
for.
you guys are, let's see, Sadaki was sitting outside, you guys were waking up.
Yeah.
I think
I step
River
I step outside and
is
join
still
Aki.
away.
Yeah, River's
Yeah.
letting in her animals. I step outside and I join Aki.
Kurt too, but Kurt's not wearing a shirt right now.
Aki just kind of looks up from where he's sitting and nods at you guys.
Morning.
You're waking with the dawn,
Kurt
I
was
see.
there.
Yes. Figured
It's
it'd
a
be best
habit.
if we wanted to get the most in the day. Did you sleep alright?
He kind of like thinks for a moment of how to answer that. I don't really sleep, he finally says.
Any particular reason why, or is it personal?
I think it might have something to do with my elven heritage. My mother's a half elf,
Oh.
is a half elf, you see.
Ah, yes, I
Interesting.
believe elves have some kind of trance thing they go into. I don't fully understand it.
Yeah, now you mention it, I've never seen Biddy sleep. Figure he's just paranoid.
Or either that or he just didn't sleep for very long.
The two are not
No.
they're not mutually exclusive, Aki points out.
True. Hmm.
Sorry about that.
It's
That's
okay.
fine.
Lyra had somehow managed to get herself on top of a very high cabinet, and I have no idea how she got up there. She was whining because she couldn't figure out how to get down.
The joy of cats.
I must confess.
Either that or she was whining because she's saying, hey, look at me, look what I can do, look at me.
Green kind of sighs and looks at Aki and Kurt, and kind of and just says, "I must admit, I have some concerns about going to about Valaki.
You and me both. Especially because they don't like my kind.
I don't like your
Bastards.
kind, and they serve Strahd, as I said.
Can you think of
I don't
another
think-
way of keeping warm?
I can't. It's a risk we must take, but I say we should be prepared just in case."
Now that
Perhaps a spell, or perhaps there's some artifact around here that can help us?
Well, this sword and he pats the hilt at his hip. This sword is supposed to help us, and considering that its blade is what I'm assuming to be as bright as sunlight.
It's bright, but not as warm as sunlight. It's just the brightness.
Yeah, it's just as bright as sunlight. It won't keep us warm, but
just FYI, I just remembered that Octovi can make clothes.
oh, you can make clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Neat.
Excellent.
Well, we still gotta get the stuff, but
No.
we'll
If
have
push comes
to-
if push comes to shove, we can just hunt pelts in the forest.
Well, that's what Kurt suggested too, but we need time to cure.
That is
Think.
true.
So,
Well, that depends. They might have some they may not have the. Actually, no, they probably won't, considering that they said no, they don't have that kind of thing here currently.
yeah.
They haven't needed it for a while, Aki acknowledges.
Yes. Another thing we could check out, maybe, not necessarily to do with getting the warm clothes, but we could take a look at the werewolf den. I mean, did Anna say anything about us not going there?
Anna didn't say anything about that. She just says, as far as she knows, it's been abandoned, at least by the werewolves.
Hmm. Well, it doesn't hurt to take a look. Perhaps we should check with her just to see if she's all right with us going there, considering its proximity to the town.
All right. Well,
If that's of course if you want to go there.
I'm gonna go do my morning exercises. Kurt walks over
Alright.
to the nearest tree and starts punching.
All right, have fun. Green, Yeah, Green just kind of stands outside of Aki for a little bit more.
That poor tree. I never did anything wrong to you.
No, but it's the hardest thing that's not a wall.
Well, hell, it's probably harder than some of the walls around here. But anyway, Aki's just kind of staring off and watching the sun come up.
I know that you aren't exactly the most open of people, and that's understandable, but I did notice you've been feeling a little off recently. Is everything okay?
Kind of looks up at you. Just things after the that what is it, Dracolich?
Yes, I believe that's what it was called.
Yes. So that's the second lich I've encountered so far in my life.
Yes, you got me beat. I guess.
It's the same. It's the same. Kurt hears this. He's like, "Yep, same over here."
I guess you've both got me beaten on the lich front then.
The last one tried to. Well, kill me would have been the end result. He says, but bleed me was her primary aim. He kind of rubs at his wrists that are still secured under the gloves.
Well, thank Green that he didn't.
He corrects.
Sorry, my apologies. Thank Green that she didn't.
Yes. And then that Dracolich. Kind of shakes his head.
Mm. Anyway, I should probably go speak to Anna. Green gets up and he heads on inside.
I'll be here waiting, he says. Anna is, sitting there, watching Anna eat, probably. And Piccolo.
Morning, Green says as he comes on in. So,
Anna?
Anna.
Hi.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Green comes on in. He kind of goes over and looks at Anna and says, I was just curious. Would you have any particular objections if we and our party went to look at the den that you described earlier?
Anna shakes her head. I don't have any objections, but I have no idea what's there now.
Fair enough. I thought it might be just a curiosity to look into, just in case. Could be something useful there. I just know that it was an important site to your village, and I just wanted to make sure that we weren't stepping on any toes.
Well, it's not so much an important site, it's just that it used to be where the werewolves were coming from, but those ones are now gone.
Okay. So so hopefully we don't find anything inhabiting there if we go. Hopefully. Touch wood. And he knocks on the table. Right, and if unless Anna says anything else, Green just gets himself some breakfast and sits down across from Anna.
Kurt comes back in. He's done punching shit. He's sweating. Sweat's glistening from his rippling pecs.
Green tosses a towel at him. You get a towel.
Because River, Kurt's defense is his muscles. They have to be rock hard.
Regardless,
I just don't understand the details you're going into as to why.
Regardless, Green throws a towel at Kurt, attempting to hit him in the face.
Kurt catches it because I have
Cause monk.
Missile.
Yeah, cause monk. And he wasn't exactly trying to throw it particularly hard, so.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, Kurt comes in. He's like, "Hey, is David awake? I got some questions I gotta ask."
I haven't seen him. I know Aki's awake, but well, you know that as well. I don't know if David's awake though.
I'm awake, David says as he comes into the kitchen area.
Yeah,
What do you need?
morning.
David. So I got a couple questions for you.
All
I
right.
intend to bring these two, he points to Anna and Green, and maybe him, he points to Toby, back with us when we head back to insert country name here. I'm sorry,
I'm Lauren.
I'm forgetting what it's called. Thank you.
I'm Lauren.
But my question for you is, what do we have to go through to get them their citizenship?
No, it shouldn't be too hard. I or even Aki here can sponsor them.
Cool. Alright. That was my main concern because I was thinking about that recently. And I don't want them to be, illegals there. That might
Oh,
cause
you never have
problems
to.
for people.
You never have to worry about that. He laughs.
Oh, you never know sometimes. Cool. And then we could probably get him some work with the NIB or even with your company.
Possibly.
He just stands at the table, on the chair at the table.
You would be able to sit on those, right?
Let me ask you something. If I sat in this chair, what do you think would happen?
You would be sitting in a chair.
You're right. But you know what I wouldn't be able to do? See above the table.
If you want, I can get you a box.
I have my pride. I don't need no damn box.
So Ina would get up and go and get a box.
Green
then-
would not laugh out loud. He would be stifling a chuckle.
I'm sorry. This is my laughter has nothing to do with what's going on with you. I was just reading something that apparently I'd overlooked last time I'd read it, and it has everything to do with this game. And I just suddenly realized the identity of somebody in particular. I'm like laughing hysterically as a result of it. It's like I hadn't even thought about it before because it's such an obscure reference at the time that I first read it. But now I understand it. It's like, oh dear God, this is gonna be fun.
When Anna brings the box back.
Oh yes, I loved that one. I posted that I posted that somewhere myself. Karaoke equals death. Because I was actually referencing that at one point. It's like you have to be very careful. It's the one time that a Tarrasque got let loose in a campaign without the GM's intention. The GM did not intend to release a Tarrasque. It just happened because of wild magic. It is hilarious. You have to watch that video. It's hilarious.
I could say it was a wild ride.
Oh yeah. They cast a dead zone of magic, like a dead
by complete accident, while he was trying to trying to cast some sort of dancing lights spell,
dancing lights.
And it cast a dead zone of a couple 100 miles or something like that.
1,400 feet diameter.
But it was enough to cover the entire magical city, and the thing that was being held underneath of it, which I suspected the person who told the story didn't know because I don't think they asked the GM. But if I was writing as a GM, I would have wrote that the immovable rods that were holding the Tarrasque in place were actually generating all this magical energy that the city was then built on to capture the said magical energy, not realizing why there was that much magical energy there. But
Just releasing the Tarrasque.
Yes, basically, yeah, the Tarrasque got released because of the dead zone.
Jesus.
And while in game of mine, I do have something somewhere that if somebody did something that stupid, they would release something. But don't worry, I don't have a Tarrasque waiting in the wings. I'm not quite that insidious.
Okay, good to know.
That doesn't mean I don't have anything that I would consider personally be more interesting, but then again, they'd be more intelligent than a Tarrasque, so they're possible to be reasoned with.
I think the Tarrasque is much more terrifying in 3.5 than.
Yeah, it got toned down in 5th edition.
It's still kind of terrifying.
I actually did have to fight a Tarrasque in 5th edition, and luckily we had a magic mirror that sent things to a different plane. So we basically told the mirror to send the Tarask somewhere that wasn't fucking there. After my Dragonborn got eaten and spit up. Luckily for my Dragonborn, I drank a potion of invulnerability. So I wasn't dying from that motherfucker's stomach acid anytime soon. So then he spit me up, and we sent him to a different plane of existence. And then this god, or this celestial, came out of nowhere. He's like, "All right, who fucking sent a Trask to my plane?" And all of us in our party, pointed at the guys who sent the Trask at us. He fucking decapitated them.
Fun times.
That's
But anyway,
hilarious.
let's get back to the game. There's a couple of people here who are very quiet who probably don't appreciate our conversation at the moment.
Sorry about that.
No, it's
it's fine.
fine.
Yes.
All right, so
So,
Kurt looks at Anna, and he's like, "Anna, is this payback for what I did the other day?"
Oh, this is payback for a lot of things. So either you're going to stand up willingly, or I'm going to pick you up.
I am standing up.
You know what? For that, she's going to go ahead and just pick you up. What is
Green
this, a
is-
strength check?
yep, a strength check.
Green is just sitting.
Nope,
there watching.
nope.
You with the 50-pound
you-
gnome.
You try to grab him, and for some reason he is much too heavy for you.
Can I tip the chair over?
It's like Double D trying to pick up a stick.
It's like, Kurt, get out of the chair. You're going to sit on a box.
You know, I don't know if I should help or not. This is far too funny to watch.
Kurt, get out of the chair. You're going to sit on the box.
Can't lift up this fucking gnome.
All right, I'm going to kick the chair.
It's at this point.
No,
you
I
stub
hurt
your
my foot.
you stub your toe on the chair. Green
I
is
throw
just
the box at his head and walk away.
I catch the box.
Jesus Christ.
What is it, dexterity to throw?
I'm barely containing my laughter. I'm trying my best to keep a straight face.
I don't think you have a straight face, but you are containing your laughter.
My eye is twitching right now.
His eye is twitching, his lips are pressed together, and you can see him chuckle once every so often. Well, good to know.
It doesn't hit my AC anyways. It goes way above my head.
Good to know that at least two of us are having fun, and Green the box where it was.
I feel like Anna would just like storm off and pout.
Yeah, that's essentially what she did. She was like, nope, I'm done.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Good luck with that. I don't even know where your home is.
Well, it's not here.
Yeah, I don't think it's here.
Far, far away.
In a
Anywho.
galaxy far away, Nibiru is under an attack.
What is Anna doing?
I have that
during
song.
What is Anna doing during this debacle?
Anna's just kind of shaking her head.
Well,
Face
we
palm.
haven't destroyed her house, so...
Green just sits down and says, "My apologies for the ruckus this morning."
It is quite alright. You guys are eager to head back out on the road, I take it.
Looks to be the case, yes. Once we have, that's a point. I look at David. David, once we have headed into Krezek, I was thinking of suggesting that we could maybe take a stop at the werewolf den nearby here. Might be something of use there.
Do you want us to come with? He gestures at himself and Aki.
You know what? That might be something you want to do, considering the fact that we're going to attempt to look for the Amber Temple.
Yes, once we've gotten the winter clothes and whatnot. I just figured that there might be something more of use in the werewolf den that we could use in addition to what we've already acquired.
Nods. Well, that sounds like you'll be still needing to stop back here afterwards.
Yep,
So,
provided that's all right with you, Anna.
Anna nods. I do not mind. These two, she looks at David and Neki, will most likely help me out in repairing the damage you have done. Neki kind of nods.
Well, to be out of character, I don't think much damage was done. I think it was just a box that got mouthed.
Yeah, but you kind of was implying that you broke more than that, and so she's kind of grinning at you and basically saying, "Don't worry about it, because these guys will help me if that's the case."
Oh, don't forget about the thing where we fought the mimic. That's also broken.
Oh yes, we were going to fix
yeah.
that, weren't we?
And again, that's probably what Aki's now going to be doing.
That's a point. We should. That's a point. Since that's partially my fault as well. I should probably help out with that.
No, it's fine. You
Well,
have things you need to do. These guys will help me out. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
That's really nobody's fault in particular. I mean, nobody really knows how long that meant.
Yes, but true.
Let's
Yeah, she just kind of looks at. He just kind of looks at David and Naki. It's just like, you sure? I can stay behind and help if needs be.
Aki nods. I'm sure. Don't worry about it.
Someone needs to keep Anna under control.
You're lucky she's out of the room right now. Actually, no,
is?
you're going to hear it. I heard that!
I wasn't
Green
trying
just-
to keep it from you.
Why is everyone hating so much on Anna? I don't know. Because I wasn't there for all the shit that went down. I don't even know she was the one that started the fire.
That is
Boy.
true. Or Toby doesn't know that.
Oh yeah,
He-
Kurt will tell me. All right,
He
so
knows
this is
that she
what-
stole the monkey, and he doesn't know about the rest.
Oh god,
Yeah.
Green's just
Yeah.
kind of pinching his nose at this point.
No.
It was
Before
one-
they start talking, I'm going to come in and I go, shut it. I've got one chance with this guy. The last few don't like me. I want to get out of here alive.
First off, nobody said we didn't like you. You're just the
I'm
butt of the joke right now, just like you tried to make me the butt of the. And I'm okay with that, because your whole deal that you just had was pretty funny.
Fine. And so I sit down and I start playing some music, just listening to their version of my shenanigans.
So there's
Un-
one time where we went to this tower, and we were gonna check out the tower. You know, nothing. You know, usual business. When Anna's like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw a rock at this cart." There's a cart just sitting there. So she throws a rock at the cart, and when you know, the fucking cart explodes and kills her.
Well,
almost
technically, I
kills the
didn't
entire-
die.
You
Technically,
did die, and then you were brought back to life by some holy means.
and we
Holy,
are very much
unholy. I'm
happy
not
for
really
it.
sure. At this
Well, see, I don't remember dying, so I don't think I died.
Oh, trust me, you died. Your body
The monkey is
was
the
vaporized.
monkey is remembering this too and clinging to her tightly.
Let's just see if. Oh, I believe it.
Oh, Jesus.
You know that they're telling the truth, no matter how ridiculous it sounds.
And your body was literally vaporized.
Yeah, but if there was no body to be found because it was vaporized, was I really dead?
It
Because I
wasn't
don't
necessarily
remember.
vaporized. There was just a pile of ashes.
Quentin, do you remember
Yes.
being dead? I mean, Quentin, listen to me. Fuck.
Crap.
Or Toby, do you remember being dead?
I guess that answer is sort of.
Okay, so what did you remember being dead?
God fucking damn it! I hate Discord.
I whispered it to you last time, Artovi.
I know. I'm rereading it right now, and I'm just
Okay,
gonna.
cool.
I don't want to talk about it. That's just what I'm gonna say. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, but you remember being dead, right? Like you remember that you were dead.
Yes.
Okay, because I don't. So I don't think I was dead. I think Thorn teleported me out of there before I died.
There was
We
a
can't be sure.
pile
For
of
certain.
ash where your body was.
We can't be sure for
watched it.
certain. Thorn does have some level of divine power, so it could have been another case of divine intervention.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
dude was kind of fucking weird.
I like her.
Oh, her. My bad.
Alright.
But yeah, so And then
Kurt,
there's
for
the
calling you
monkey.
Kurt, as you're speaking, you feel this weird sensation in the back of your head, like somebody's flicking your ears, although nobody's there.
Ugh. You just see Kurt shiver. Ugh.
I love Thorn going, "Shut up."
Flick, 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 flick.
And then Kurt's like, then there's the time she stole the monkey, but you were there for that. And she found a raven. Then she got
Oh
drunk at the
no,
winery.
no.
She didn't find. She didn't find the raven. I gave her the raven.
Right. The raven was given to her.
Are we sure we want the Raven with us? Is it?
Raven's
Yes, the raven is mine.
Oh,
She
are-
is perfectly fine.
I
The raven's currently pokes its head out from underneath her hair and
Like,
claws
talking
at
about
you.
me?
I don't fucking trust the Raven. I'm gonna inside check the Raven.
Or do you trust me?
The raven seems trustworthy to you.
Trust me, the raven can be trusted.
Sure.
Kurt seems to be trustworthy too, for the most part.
Yeah, Loki's really nice. I like her. She's helped us out of a scrap before.
She has actually. Quite. She was very helpful.
In fact, that's how we got the ability to bring you back, is because she helped us out of a scrap while we were trying to help the abbot.
She played distraction for one of the larger monsters that was up there. One of the ones we had to vanquish.
I offer a piece of toast to the raven.
The raven kind of leans down her head to carefully grab the toast from your fingers.
Strange as it seems, that raven is very much trustworthy.
Yep.
All right, let's get going to the cave. Cave.
Well, first we gotta go to Krezek.
You're in Krezek.
Not Krezek, or Valaki. Sorry, I thought we were going to Valaki
Is
first.
the cave closer to us than
the cave is just due north of your
The
current
cave
position.
is just due north, but I don't know if we wanted to get the winter clothes first, or do we want to
Let's
go
go to the cave first.
Let's go to the cave. How much can it matter that we're a bit cold?
Why would you jinx it like that?
Arconi's always been a source of inspiration, Kurt says sarcastically.
Green kind of turns to Anna as they're talking. It just says, "Do you know the quickest route to get to the cave?"
Well, it's pretty much you just have to climb the hill or go through the woods to get up there.
Get to the woods.
I say we climb.
See, that was the movie version of that was the last time I saw something decent with Johnny Depp in it.
Yeah, it was so
fuck
good.
that
I love that
Seriously,
movie.
Fuck
I
that
love it.
wolf.
Exactly. You could hate him and still be okay with it.
Oh my god, when he got his fucking stomach sliced open, I was so happy. Jesus Christ.
Which movie was this?
It's the Disney version of the musical Into the Woods. It's basically a collection of various different of various different fairy tales.
No, it's good. It is so good.
It is very good.
Don't hate it until you actually get to watch it, because
unless you hate musicals.
The original stage production, I watched that in almost an entire year, senior year, and I came to really know that stage production. And then Disney came out with Into the Woods, the movie version, and believe me, I was the most apprehensive about it. I was like, this is either going to be the best thing or the worst thing in the world. I've got one qualm about how they handled the second act, but other than that, they did some serious justice. They went all out on costumes, characters, set design,
actors.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and not only that, when it comes to the fairy tales used, they didn't go with the traditional Disney tellings. They went with the Brothers Grimm stories.
Yep, they actually went back to the original sources and did all the really, including the sawing of the feet of the Cinderella's stepsisters, which is always the which is always left out of the calm Disney ones. Of course, Chris Pine was playing the prince, and that was
yeah. I was not expecting the Pine factor to be in play.
Yeah.
I fucking hate both the princes, though. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's part of the point. So you can,
That's what it's meant for. To be hated.
and they blinded, the prince that ended up with Rapunzel, like just like their traditional story.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
let's go.
Yeah, let's
Onward
go.
to the cave.
Let's head. Are we going through the woods or are we going over the hill?
Into the woods,
Far
over the
away.
hill.
I think we have to go into the woods.
We have to go
Into
over
the
the river,
woods.
then through the woods. We have to go
We
over the
have
river, then through the woods.
You don't need to go.
Grandmother's house we go.
Yeah.
Well, it's true. We are going to a place where wolves used to be.
More than anything,
Exactly.
more than life. I wish to go to the festival. See, now I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I'm sorry.
Have
Yeah.
you
We'll
guys
listen to the
seen
soundtrack.
British Showman? I like that movie too.
Let's go. Green gets himself packed up and make sure he's got all his weapons and
So
whatnot.
Ramona waves to you all as you guys head up because you're going to a place where you can't take the cart.
Yeah. Wish her well as we go.
Kurt puts his shirt back
Alright.
on, and then he puts his robe over him. Attaches his
Oh, one thing that while we walk through the forest, Green is going to do is that he's actually going to keep an eye out for the ingredients we would have collected a while ago for healing potions.
All right.
So that'll be in.
Now give me 1 minute because I really have to go to the bathroom again.
Okay.
That's fine.
Into the woods and who can tell what's waiting on the journey? Into the woods to bring some bread. Who's Granny? Who's sick in bed? Never can
You know,
tell what
I've
lies
never
ahead. For all that I
much
know,
cared
she's already
for,
dead.
Musicals,
Into the
anyways. So.
woods.
Uh.
Into the woods.
Like, people are like, "Oh, you don't like West Side Story? What's wrong with you?" Like, because it's a shitty movie.
Yeah, West Side.
West Side the movie maybe wasn't so good, but the stage productions I've seen of it are actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then like if you look at Les Mis, like the fucking 10th and 25th anniversary.
25th anniversary was
Oh.
fucking stunning. Oh my god.
But then if you look at the like latest movie that came out with Anne Hathaway and shit, like that is some of the most atrocious things.
You mean the
Like-
movie that doesn't exist?
Yeah, it just doesn't exist.
Like that movie with fucking what's his name? He was in Django Unchained. He was the slave owner.
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Thank you. Yeah, the Romeo and Juliet with him in it.
Yeah, that was alright. It had some good
No,
moments.
it was not. No, it was not alright. It had no good moments. It's the biggest piece of shit I ever saw, and I was forced to watch it not once but twice because of my fucking English teacher.
Oh, come
I'm
on,
sensing-
guys.
I'm
It's hot.
sensing some underlying resentment there, Cave.
Yes,
bit of
I hate that
hostility.
movie. I hated that movie so much. It was the biggest waste of time of my life. I am not getting those 3 hours back.
Why don't
Oh.
you guys like watching shitty movies, but amazing watching shitty movies?
No,
It
there's
depen-
a
well,
difference
no, it
between
kind of-
good shitty movies and bad shitty
It kind
movies.
of depends on why you're watching the
Back.
shitty movie. Because if you're watching the shitty movie because it's a shitty movie, like say The Room or Independence Day,
The Room.
fuck that movie.
I
oh
hate.
my
Yes,
What
God.
movie is
that
The
movie.
Room?
I haven't seen it.
Tommy
the one with
Wiseau's The Room.
Yeah, that guy.
what
That movie.
movie are you talking about? The Room? What's that
It
about?
is-
Did not
it
hit
is
her.
categorically
I did
known-
not.
It is categorically known as the worst movie ever produced by Tommy Wiseau, and it is just so terrible. So like if you could think of any aspect of a movie in that movie, it is bad.
He
But
even
it is
showed
one of
his
those
ass
movies-
for no apparent reason.
It is one of those movies that you just watch just for the morbid curiosity of it.
No, I was
Feast.
for that movie.
Who here's seen Feast?
No, I have not seen Feast.
I have
Yeah.
not heard of it actually.
I literally watched a movie on Netflix that was about a tire that rolled around blowing shit up with its mind.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good
Fucking
God.
awesome.
Yeah, I want to
I've
see
heard
that.
about that.
And it was
I've heard about
actually
that.
intriguing.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I actually sat and watched the whole thing. And it's
That-
just like, what is this? But
That's-
Meanwhile, over the weekend, I wound up stumbling upon this Japanese horror movie called "As the Gods Will," because
Oh, God.
because I kept seeing it posted onto the Facebook, and the first time I saw it posted on Facebook, I thought it was just like some weird 30-second scene of some kind that somebody produced somewhere, and it was only the second time out that I realized, oh wait, this is the opening scene of a movie. Okay, I'm gonna sit down and watch this movie now.
Manga. It's based off of manga.
Oh, I see you looked it up after I talked about it, huh?
Yep.
Oh, third season of Overlord. Yay.
Well, so you know you know the one I'm referring to then, huh, Tom?
I've seen bits of it.
I sat down and watched the whole thing, and I'm now thinking that that makes what I was doing with you guys during the one shot seem very tame, extraordinarily tame, and that's what I want to do. What happened in that movie, I want to do at some point, just as a very evil thing.
Oh, God.
Probably shouldn't have any evil characters there.
No, it would basically be everybody would be a classless the equivalent of a teenager, whatever race they've chosen, with just the skill sets and with just the attributes and maybe one skill or one extra language to start. But everybody would have 5 characters.
I'll just play
Each
myself
one
then.
would jump in as the next one died, basically for each sequence. I've done some thinking about it. I'm just trying to think about how you do it in D&D.
Anyway, I believe we've gone off a little bit of a tangent here.
Sorry.
Just a little bit.
So, I'm back, and you guys are deciding you're heading off into the woods.
Yes.
And so, everybody's got to run since everyone's doing like checks for components, survival check. But everybody all of the players, not based on the PC count, but on all the players, roll me a 1d100 for a fate check.
Get the hell out, dog.
74.
4.
27.
Oh boy.
And also rolling that survival check. 8. I find nothing.
Awesome. Fucking.
Galdar, on the other hand, finds.
So Galdar wanders off away from the party, collecting up all sorts of cool things, and is too far away when the howls start.
Oh no.
Oh.
Kurt doesn't find shit either.
So I don't even have Galdar. Should I just close his thing then?
For this particular battle, yes.
Oh
No,
dear.
keep it open so you don't have to open it up again, but just don't.
I best remember.
If I hear howling, I'm just gonna be gone.
69.
How the fuck did I roll a 14? I have a plus 11.
By rolling a 3, that's how.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still okay. I mean,
It's still okay. It depends on what kind of wolves we're going up against.
Yeah, they might not see me.
Don't worry, I'll be fine with my 60 hit points. And watch how quickly those disappear.
They did last time.
Yeah, all right, but that's because it was a T-Rex, River.
You'll do better than Mao. You're not gonna get one shot.
Don't say that.
I will never live right ever again, thanks to Mal dying such a horrible way.
Did you actually watch the video?
No, I need to.
Yeah.
I heard, I saw in chat Mao died. I was like, oh, that sucks. And then you throw him in our campaign, and I'm like, ah!
Oh God, what the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Direwolf.
Oh no, those are 4 direwolves.
4 direwolves surround you as Galdar is too far away gathering supplies.
God damn it.
That natural fucking.
Oh,
Oh Jesus Christ!
Ooh, that's a
That
big
bear.
bear. Why are we all gathered up like this? This is a good position for us.
Why am I rolling a 7? I always roll low on initiative.
I got 20.
Hello, Lyra.
Or Toby, what's your initiative?
My cat is purring. Very purry cat.
20. Very good. I'm going first, which means I can run out.
I'm not going last.
Just FYI, I'm gonna run out of the death funnel we're in now. Because they're just gonna surround us.
The problem is pack tactics.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
why
true.
I'm just gonna fight one-on-one with like a wolf on the side. That's my plan.
Ardovi!
Yeah, I'm gonna run over here, and I'm gonna do insightful fighting. So it needs to make a deception check against a 28. So I guess it can't even make that.
That's a
I'm gonna
nat
roll it.
20.
Yeah, but in
Yeah.
this case, it doesn't actually work because its insightful damage is at 28.
Yeah, I have 10 more points than it.
Yeah.
That's-
See, nat 20 isn't a thing actually for skill checks in 5th edition. It's just sometimes I let you, I give you something for it if it's like, within a certain amount. Or if like I announce beforehand, if you get a natural 20 on this, it's done. You get to do it. But
Why did that wolf just move to cover it?
That's my bear.
Oh, that's your bear. Right.
that's what bear form.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So you just
Forgot
saw
you
like it turn into a giant
Thank you.
See that? Oof, ticks.
I'm gonna see. Can I do any? Does that cost a bonus action? Insightful.
It's
That's
a
what-
bonus, so.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine as long as orange doesn't come up.
Good.
Alright.
My cat is laying across my book now. How cute.
Hi, cat.
Kurt is going to flank the wolf with Ortovi. He's going to draw his short sword and he's going to punch it. So, does a 13 hit?
Nope.
Alright.
You weren't rolling that at advantage. You weren't rolling those at advantage.
That's true. Alright, let me try rerolling this real quick.
No, that's your first roll. There. The 9 and the 13th is your first roll. So what's your second
Okay.
attack?
Well, let's change this. And then we'll do this again.
Alright.
So 14 hit.
That hits.
Okay, cool. So 6 points of damage and then the bonus attack.
Another 7.
And then now my AC is 18.
Alright. And
Anna is going to move right there. Use her multi attack to do a bite and claw. Nice.
Oh.
wow. You make a serious wound on the dire wolf as your claws rake it, and you see bits of intestine poking out.
I'm gonna have these.
The other dire wolf up there sees this and shrieks down towards the wolf. Towards the bear.
I take it I don't get an attack of opportunity.
No, it was wide of you.
Oh, okay.
He's like, hey, where'd everybody go?
The bear form takes 14 damage. So,
and I have to make that strength saving throw, don't I?
yep,
Yeah. So roll that strength check.
on your with your bear. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
so your bear's
There you
fine.
go.
So the dire wolf turns and attacks Ortovi.
I would say I would uncanny dodge, but that doesn't hit me, so I'm fine.
The other dire wolf attacks the brown bear.
Looks like a miss to me.
No,
Nope,
that hits.
brown bears don't have that
My
much.
armor's 11.
I mean, it's not your health, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Green is gonna run down behind this wolf. And
I got knocked prone.
he's gonna pull out his.
Which means that flanking doesn't work since he's currently prone.
Okay. That wolf. Either way, the orange wolf here is still gonna get slashed with the sun sword.
You already have a token for it. Cool.
So that's
Alright.
11. So that's 11 radiant damage, and then I'm gonna throw in a. Let's see. Oh, come on. I'm gonna throw in a distracting attack. So I'm gonna roll that d8. That's a 6 damage on top
And
of that.
it's dead.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Cool beans. Because I still have one attack. Can I use the rest of my movement to move over to the red wolf and attack?
Sure.
Cool. Moving over. Actually, wait. No, my movement. Yeah, my movement wouldn't get me flanking. So move there, and I'm gonna make an attack on the red wolf with the sun sword again. That doesn't hit anyway.
Damn, too.
This one runs over here, then immediately goes for green.
Yeah, I figured. That hits. Ow. And that's a strength saving throw, which I pass.
And it's Artovi's turn again.
Come on, Toby, let's fuck this thing up.
Stabby, stabby. Oh, I have advantage.
It's true.
Yeah.
Nice.
You basically stab into it, and it immediately dies as the blood just kind of leaks out of its body.
I'm just gonna stand there and pull out my crossbow.
All right, Kurt.
Kurt is gonna go over and help out Green, flank this wolf, and he's gonna go ahead and punch the ever-loving shit out of it. So, no fist. No fist.
Whoa.
Nice.
I tap on it and go, hey wolf, bah, bah! And then bonus attack. That one misses.
Dodges out of the way of that one. It growls loudly.
Just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles.
And
That
it misses
anyways.
as well. Anna!
Anna is
Then you get
going
up,
to get up, so she's not prone anymore,
And that's half your movement, I believe.
which is fine by me if I can figure out how this thing works. Okay. Then what she's going to do is use her action to go back to her normal self, and then her bonus action to transform back into her bear, so she's got full hit points again.
I'm not sure. I think that the action to turn back is at the end of your turn. I don't think you can do that all in one turn.
For the wild shape for the Circle of the Moon, you can use a bonus action to turn back in. You can use a bonus action to turn into an animal.
Yes, but I think that you need to use a full action. Sorry, I think you need to use the last action of your turn to turn back into a person in the first place. Is what I'm trying to say.
I mean,
I've never read anything about.
Hold on.
that.
Click on the spell. Let's read it.
When you choose to circle at second level, you gain the ability to use wild shape on your turn as a bonus action rather than an action. Additionally, while you are
please don't read it out. Please don't read it out loud. What I'm trying to read. I can't. My brain just kind of goes plop, and I can't read.
Sorry, didn't know you were reading it.
Yeah. No, you already used up your bonus action. You already used your bonus action to turn back into a person. That's what it is. You already used your bonus action, so you can't use it again.
I use my action to transform?
I mean, she can do that technically speaking.
Yeah, I guess.
Use bonus. Oh, it doesn't really matter too much.
Anyway,
how many times can you use? Oh, sorry, you can use 2. That's where it's showing right there, 2 and 2. So you'd be using up your entire wild shape ability at that point. That's how that works. That's right. All right. So you basically spent your turn just turning back. All right.
Yeah.
The wolf goes after green. Sorry, I have ADHD, and when somebody's reading while I'm trying to read out loud, it messes up my brain. I can't figure out what anybody's saying, let alone what I'm reading.
No, that's fine. I didn't know you were reading it. I already had pulled it up, so that's why I was reading it.
That's against
Okay.
green.
Okay, and I'm going to
Ooh.
use another thing to use parry, which means I roll a d8 plus my charisma to
This is Dex.
plus dex rather. My bad. Sorry. Don't know why so plus
That's
my
pretty
charisma.
good though.
So I only take 1 point of damage,
Alright.
and I have to make that strength saving throw, which is a nat 1. Green is knocked prone.
God damn it! Just knocked flat on his fucking face.
Oh,
Green's
green
turn
used his
to
movement to
so-
stand up. Then I take it.
Green uses movement to stand up, and I believe it was the red one who just. Actually, no, he's not gonna attack the red one. He's gonna attack the blue one because he has advantage to attack it, and he's gonna take a couple of stabs at it with his sun sword.
Nice.
All right, it's dead. Basically, it's come slashing down and kill the
Lightsaber that shit.
Yep. You see a little sizzling of the fur as your blade, finishes it off. Rotovi.
I will move over here, do insightful fighting again on the wolf that's still alive. I mean, I don't need to. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it because I already get sneak attack. So wrong button. It's this one.
Alright.
Plus sneak attack.
Nah.
Oh,
Wow.
it's at the doesn't matter.
They're out because she fucking.
I don't want her out. She's still in his
And Kurt.
Give me just a second. Alright, well, let's go ahead and flank the other wolf with Anna. And continue to punch the shit out of it. There's one.
Alright,
And
it's
there's
dead.
two. I fucking uppercut that fucking wolf.
So the area is littered with the bodies of dead wolves. Dead
See if we can
large wolves.
see if we can take their pelts.
Oops, that was rolled with advantage. My bad.
That's
That
a good
beats
idea.
17.
Yeah, 17's still good. So you managed to. Sorry, Kurt manages to skin one wolf, and then attempts to skin another, but she completely botches it. It comes away with strips of unusable hide.
And Green goes to another one. He's gonna give it a go as well.
And then you're not
gets
supposed to be
22.
doing it
And
as
he gets a
bear.
as he manages to cut away the entire pelt from the body.
Nice.
And Otovi completely butchers his corpse. So you guys spend about a half an hour doing this.
I want to
Okay.
get the meat.
At some point, Geldar, you basically got some meat along with that. Geldar comes back, looks at you guys, and is like, "Did I miss something here?" Or something along those lines.
What I missed?
Yes, you did. Yeah, and then would that cutting it up count as part of a short rest? Because Green wants to use one of his hit dice to
No, because you're spending the entire time in intensive activity,
Okay.
cutting the hide apart, cutting some steaks off.
We could
Okay.
take a break.
Yeah, Green's gonna kind of sit down after he does that, and he's gonna take a short rest to restore some points.
Kurt-
Fuck yeah, I'll
Kurt's
take
gonna set a
that.
fire.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm taking a break too.
I'm totally fine, so I'm just gonna keep watch.
Yeah, Kurt's gonna
Fire.
start a fire.
Not
He's gonna get some wolf sticks. Oh, hey, Green, why don't you show Toby that crossbow I made you?
Oh yeah. Green kind of pulls out his crossbow. Take a look at this and hands it over. Kurt did some tinkering with it. I think you might. I think you might appreciate it.
It's a semi-automatic crossbow.
Yeah, Green just kind of looked at like a nearby tree, just aims and just fires 2 quick shots, one after the other at the tree.
If I get the chance to do the same thing to your crossbow.
As a rogue, I don't get any benefit from it.
You get the benefit of not having to reload it
I think
after.
Because basically it means that I can attack twice in a round with a crossbow.
yeah, but I can
I-
only
I-
attack once anyway.
Okay.
That's true.
Either way,
But at
Green.
least that way you don't have to spend the bonus action reloading it.
Once Green has finished his short rest, he gets up and he basically goes over the tree and starts to slowly and carefully remove the crossbow bolts from the tree.
So yeah, Piccolo is just kind of sitting on his shoulder, and Loki kind of pops from on his shoulder to on his head, and just kind of stares down at everything. They both seem kind of rather content.
Yeah. Pardon me.
Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journey. Into the woods to see the king.
All right, so you guys finished with your short rest.
Yeah.
All right, you got two of you managed to get some steak and some pelts off those bodies, but not much else. And eventually, by just past noon, because you're walking, you make it over to the hill. And I shall read you the following description of the area. Oh, you're right here. Where are you? Oh, stupid pages. Stop moving. Alright. So, above the tree line, carved into the side of a rocky mountain spur, is a wide cave that looks like a gaping maw of a great wolf. With the sun just, barely overhead, most of it is currently in shadow.
Well, Green kind of looks around it. Looks.
Actually, it's a
Can he
mountainside. Sorry, not a hill. Mountain.
By the way, Green's looking into the cave. Can he see anything from outside, or is it just empty?
You're too far down from the area to see anything. You just can see it up the side of the mountain.
Okay.
You can change the whole it being in shadow thing, Green.
That is true.
But that might be a waste of time, quite frankly.
Well, I can see it. I think the only one of us who can't see in the dark is Ortovi.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fine if you just cast light on my rapier. That should do the trick.
Oh, my
It's
sword.
not light per se.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, we can do that. Duh. Holy
I
crap.
don't even need to do that. And Green just kind of Green just activates the sword again.
That's true.
Because the sword sheds a bright light within 15-foot radius and then a dim light for an additional 15 feet. And
Yeah.
the light is actually treated as sunlight.
But I need to be within 30 feet of you to see in that case.
Okay, that's fair. Well, give me your rapier.
Yeah,
Green just kind of.
I'll give you my rapier.
Yeah, Green just sticks out his hand and then casts light on the rapier. First time I've actually cast it at all in Curse of Strahd.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Yeah, and then he hands it back to you. That should last about an hour.
Roughly.
All right, then Green begins to make his way up towards the entrance.
Alright.
Hold on.
Just fixing something on this map real quick.
Okay, that's fine.
So you guys are just, spend some time climbing up there. It takes another hour, so tell me what you're doing in that time as you're making your way up an old trail.
Kurt's smoking his pipe.
I'll do an investigation check to see if there are any recent signs of disturbance.
I'll do a survival check just to see if anything pops up. I got 12.
Alright. Artovi. The path looks like it hasn't been used in some time, as if no one's bothered to come up this way for maybe as many as, a few years at this point.
Alright.
And it doesn't know jack shit.
Nobody knows jack shit.
Green's gonna give a survival check. Why not? Green doesn't know jack shit.
Kurt's hopping from rock to rock.
Oh dear.
The bird's chirping at you from Enna's shoulder.
That me?
Yep.
Oh.
Hey Kurt, maybe you should stop jumping around.
Alright, fair enough. Kurt's faster than you guys anyways.
Maybe I should start sneaking. I'll wait till we get to the cave.
Yeah, I'm just loading out your tokens. So, as you approach, the open jaws of the wolf's head form a 15-foot-high canopy of rock over the cave mouth. It's held up by natural pillars of rock. The ceiling rises to a height of 20 feet inside the cave. Even in this dim light, you can make out that the looks of iron brackets inside the wall where torches used to sit. From somewhere deep inside, you think you may hear the echoes of a voice muttering.
I'm gonna do a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perception, that shit. Then I keep rolling low on these.
Good old Keldar.
Yay, Galdar. It's still useful.
But he likes to hear that when he watches this.
He wanted to play so bad today.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I mean, he left the house in just the worst mood, and
We have to get him into it.
asking him how
He's gonna be here for Thursday, right?
No, he works
No,
Thursday.
Oh no.
So this was his week that he was like, I just want to play one game, and then he gets called in.
Yeah.
What is he doing Saturday?
Yeah, I was about to say.
He's off Saturday.
Guest player spot?
He might.
Well, actually, Tom, you wanted to do something on Saturday too, didn't you?
No, the reason I asked on Saturday was because Randy isn't working Thursday. What I was going to suggest is that if everyone was free, we move the Thursday game to Saturday. But since you guys are running Storm King's Thunder on Saturday, that kind of puts the kibosh on that one.
Yeah, I run. It's under the name of Who Are We? Because the kick was that nobody knows. Everybody wakes up in a room and has no clue who they are.
Yeah. I'll start stealthing. I'm at disadvantage because
Can you guys see anything on the map?
Let me check. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Now I see things. I just scroll down.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. I wasn't meaning to take away all the lights.
Quick question: are the torches lit?
No, those are the sconces. The problem is that they're back on the map, and so I can't. I can only remove the light that they shine. I can't actually remove the picture of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm stealthing as all good
Kurt's
rogues.
invisible.
Green moves up and he keeps close to Anna. His sword isn't active right now.
Kurt's using his height to his advantage. He's basically invisible.
I'll perceive for traps, like all good rogues should,
Why are you rolling that at disadvantage?
because I have light cast on me, and that means I should be at
Oh, that's why you can
disadvantage.
see, because you've got light cast on you. Okay.
Oh,
That's a not good perception check. Hopefully my passive will help me.
That's a better perception check. Kurt does some scouting too.
Wait a second. I'm trying to fix something on here.
Okay,
Left,
shall we hold off on moving for the moment?
Yeah.
left or right. That's
God, the lag of trying to run two of these.
All right.
Well, if you're moving them as a collective, just highlight both. Both.
I can't whenever I have to run two different characters from two different.
Oh, that's right. I should have given you. It just slipped my mind for some reason. I should have given you the control of his character. Give me a second, Anna. I'll fix that right now.
I would appreciate that.
It just slipped my mind because you said you could take care of it, so I completely forgot about the fact that you actually needed to have it physically on your character sheet. The ability to see and control him.
I've got two windows with two logins, and I'm trying to move it.
You can close RMA's login now. Anna can now control Galdar.
Oh, that would be wonderfully helpful.
There you go. I'm very sorry about that.
No, that's perfectly fine. That works for me. Now things are simplified.
So this is the area once known as the Werewolf's Den. But clearly there's no werewolves in residence now.
Okay, Grizz, just wanted to check. Just scrolling up, I can see that token up there. Can Green see that as well from where he's standing, or is that too far away to be seen?
Crap. You can see the token?
Yeah, I can see the token.
Darn it. No, I don't think Green should be able to see that from there, even with the lights or spec there.
Okay,
cool. Remember, you only have 60 feet of dark vision.
I know. That's why I just wanted to verify. So I can only see up to there.
Yeah. So left or right, boys?
Left?
Well, Kurt was doing reconnaissance, and I rolled a 19 in perception. So what do I see or hear?
You hear what sounds like a mumbling voice coming from this direction, echoing through the caves.
Should we check it out?
Probably.
I'll scout ahead. So Kurt will scout ahead.
Is he going to stealth?
He rolled a nat 20 on his stealth earlier.
Ah, he's still stealthing. Okay, well, unfortunately, with our Toby shedding light coming up close, that's not that.
Well, I'm also using my height to my advantage, hiding behind like boulders and such.
Yeah.
But I'll move to right about.
Let me describe the area you're in currently. A gash in the rocky ceiling allows the gray light and cold drizzle from the outdoors to seep into this dank cave, where an underground spring forms a pool of water roughly 40 feet across and 10 feet deep. A 5-foot-high ledge to the north overlooks the pool. A similar ledge spans the eastern wall with a rough-hewn staircase leading up to it. You can see old moldery crates sitting atop the eastern ledge. Vaguely. And from this distance, you can see that, and you can kind of make out in a dim flickering light over here, a strange figure, kind of got a ragged hood or pelt, kind of pulled up over itself, and kind of seems to be pacing back and forth, muttering.
Can I hear what he's saying?
Do another perception check, and I'll say.
Okay.
And you're too far away to actually make out anything he's saying, even though you can definitely hear it. There's somebody talking over there. Kurt, you can't quite make out what he's saying, unfortunately. He's talking too quietly, but it is echoing enough in here that you can tell where he is, so.
Green
I'm
kind of
gonna
goes over to Kurt a little bit.
move right. And I guess I'll do another perception.
Okay. Even though Kurt doesn't seem to notice you at all because you're still stealthing, unfortunately, some of the others have gotten very close. And the madman, and the guy, the cloaked figure just suddenly stops moving back and forth and, turns and, gestures towards the group of you. It's like, "Ha! Spies! They're after me again!" He just, shouts loudly at all of you. And,
It's rolling performance.
Before Anna gets a chance to do that,
Dang it!
I'm not talking fast enough. Please, guys, let me finish what I'm saying before you interrupt me. As he says that, it's like, spies are after me. He launches a lightning bolt spell in the direction of Enna and Geldar.
Oh God.
Okay, I do have protection from lightning with my mandolin at all times.
Yeah.
To make those deck saving throws.
Oh, thank God Kurt's out of the way.
It doesn't hit me, right?
Yeah, it's just heading down towards Enna and Geldar.
Woo, I missed. Oh, Jesus, Geldar, you don't move well.
Oh.
So he takes 28 damage.
Good thing he's probably a sack
He
of
takes
points.
28 damage.
Yep.
Jesus.
Are we rolling initiative?
Yep. If you want to yell at him to get him to stop on your turn, you can do that. But as far as he's concerned,
Yeah, Green's gonna be doing that.
Yep, Kurt too.
God damn it! Why do I always get such?
What? Oh no, that was okay. Now I see how this thing's trying to do it.
Why do I get such criminally low initiative all the fucking time?
Tovi, what do you do?
Can I see him? That's an important question. Is there any source of light near him?
Yeah, there's a little globe over here, but it's very dim.
And you probably just saw the glow of a lightning bolt coming from him as well.
Yep.
Yeah. If I can see him, I will do insightful fighting as a bonus action. He needs to make a deception check against that.
Alright.
If it can make it, it doesn't happen. If it can't, that's good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's too far gone in his seeming madness here to take that.
I'll shoot a crossbow bolt at him because he shot lightning at my friends. And I don't like that.
Ow! He yelps as the damage hits him. Kurt, what do you do?
Kurt is going to sneak over here. Sneak behind the mage. And he's going to tap him on the back of the knee.
You're gonna have to roll sneak again.
That's fine. Either way, holy shit!
All right.
Jesus Christ! He ain't seeing you.
Yep.
He just walks up behind him, taps him on the back of the knee, like, dude, just chill the fuck out. So persuasion.
Yep.
Because he surprises him. Does he get advantage on that? No.
That's a
Fucking hell.
24 anyways.
Doesn't need it with a 24. God damn.
Like, dude, chill the fuck out. We're not spies. Have a seat. Let's talk about this. I got some wolf steaks. You want a wolf steak?
Anna.
I mean, drawing performance.
That'll take too much time. That'll take a lot of time to do.
That'll take 10 turns to do because
Yeah.
it's 6 seconds around.
Well, if nobody hurts him, it would work. I thought, like,
Well-
I don't.
The
I
Mad
think
Mage
that's best for right now.
looks down at Kurt and blinks for a moment. And says, "Not a spy, but these are spies." And he yells out at the other people down there, especially the bard who was just pulled out a thing and is trying to play at him. He is convinced that she's. No, sorry, not the bard. He'd be aiming at Ortovi, who just shot at him. He's like, definitely spies, definitely spies. Got him.
Well, good sir,
He throws out another lightning bolt at Ortovi.
Dodge.
Even with the persuasion telling him to relax.
He is convinced that you are a good person. He's not convinced Ortovi is a good person.
Please don't kill him again. We just brought him back to life.
I'm pretty sure it was a lightning bolt that killed him last time as well.
I thought it was a fireball.
I think it was Thunder Wave that killed him.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Galdar, what does Galdar do?
I mean, what he would do is try to calm the dude down. Let me see what he's got here.
Yeah.
Trying to mix. What does he have?
He has
Galdar
thaumaturgy.
You could use that. You could use that to increase the volume of his voice.
If you think my magic has grown weak, think again.
No, you. God. It's...
Yeah,
I
figure what he's going to do is
I think he has.
thaumaturgy.
I thought he had calm emotions.
I took off my glasses.
Sorry.
It's not prepared.
Oh, okay. Never mind them.
See, this is why I hate not playing a character.
That's why you hate clerics, don't you? You have to prepare certain spells.
Yeah, you can only prepare a certain amount of spells a day.
I love thaumaturgy.
So he's going to do thaumaturgy and just go for the a little bit louder voice, but more of a calmer voice that says, "We mean you no harm. We're not going to hurt you. We are not spies here. It was self-defense on our part, and we will put down our weapons." And
roll.
Can I roll persuasion for
yes.
that? Oh, Jesus.
No spice. But there was spice. Yes. They're here. They're here. They're here to kill me. Green, what do you do?
Okay. How far up is he? He's okay. What I'm going to do. This might be a bit of a long shot, but what I'm going to do, Green is going to run. He's going to use his dash to get up there because that would be 60. That would be 50 feet total. Then I'm going to use my action surge. This is a long shot, but I'm going to basically just put my hand on him and cast Lesser Restoration, and see if that removes the condition he has on him or anything like that. That could be further causing the madness.
His eyes blink and he rubs his head. But you can still see the aura of madness in him. It seems that whatever's wrong with him, Lesser Restoration isn't really going to help.
And as Green does this, he just pretends says, "Calm down. We are not here to hurt you. I promise."
You can also roll Green. You can, since you're the one who cast a spell, can roll an Arcana check.
An Arcana check.
Yep.
You can do it.
And that's a 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're looking into the guy's eyes, under his hood and the whatever he's wearing at the moment, and the look of the eyes and the attempt to cast a spell, you get this idea in your head that he has a mind blink spell cast that used on him. it basically would need to run its course.
Okay. Do I know how long that course would be?
Roll a 3d6.
3d6. 17.
17 hours left.
God damn.
Jesus. Okay. One of the things he finally does is that Green looks up at Kurt. Looks up at Kurt and just says, "We need to knock him out and restrain him. He has a spell cast on him, and that's all he can say probably in the last of his turn."
All right. So, Artovi, what do you do?
Did I hear that? Probably not.
Roll perception.
Yeah, Green didn't make any attempt to whisper it or anything like that.
You
Why
hear
did
Green. You can hear the echoes of Green saying something up there.
I'll just take cover for now and hold my action until he casts a spell again. And then I'll shoot him in the face.
Kurt, what do you do?
Kurt's gonna ask him, he's gonna go, do you really think whoever you're thinking of would send Celestials to spy on you? And Kurt will start, like, his eyes will start glowing, and he's gonna go ahead and,
Celestials.
show some of his
He kind of blinks and rubs his head again. Celestials. No, celestials. He's just breathing heavily and rubbing his head.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm sure we're gonna get a long rest after this, so Kurt's gonna go ahead and do. Where is it? He's gonna activate his Radiant Soul.
Yeah.
Wings going, eyes glowing. He's gonna look at him and go, "Trust me, we are not here to hurt you." And I'll be like floating when I say that to him.
All right. And Edda, what do you do?
Oh, what can I do?
Keep jamming.
Yeah, because if you're still casting that spell,
Yeah, but is that even going to like work on him if he already has a spell on him?
it might. There is. People can have more than one condition.
We might be able to end this pretty quickly, so once we're done, you might be able to activate.
Okay, so out of character, what is the spell he has?
It was mind something, wasn't it?
Mind blank.
Mind
What does
blank.
that do?
That's a really
Hang on.
good question.
Let me pull. Would I know the spell description?
You might.
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be able to shout it out right now because it's in character knowledge, but
It makes the
Wow.
the creature immune to psychic damage, and anything that would sense emotions or read thoughts or divination spells and charmed conditions. It even foils wish spells and spells that affect similar powers, which is also why your Lesser Restoration didn't work.
oh, okay.
And
Okay,
also
because
why you're trying to attempt to persuade him isn't working right either.
Because my enthralling performance is a charm, so this wouldn't work anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I do have the spell magic on my mandolin. Is this something that can be dispelled?
It's a spell, so yes.
Give it a shot.
That's a good question.
Okay.
Well, if it's a continuous spell and it's created by a magical, and it's a magical effect created by a spell, I don't see how dispel magic could not get rid of it.
All right, so I'm thinking that
It's the same as counterspell, but then cast after the spell is cast.
Yeah.
So it
I'm
works.
thinking that it works against the DC spell save DC of the original spell. So you need
It
to
should
roll against
say-
that.
should say in the description of counterspell, dispel magic, how it works exactly. I think if it's the same level, it just works, and if it's not, you have to roll.
Yep. So roll. So you have to roll.
Jesus, a DC 18 because it's an 8th level spell.
Is it? Jesus.
Yeah, mind
fudge.
blank is an 8th level abjuration spell.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
you,
god.
what do you add to this? I think it's plus your spell casting modifier, right? Yeah. So roll d20 plus your charisma, which is probably
D20 plus my charisma.
yeah.
Come on, Anna, you can do
Come
it.
on, save our butts.
I mean.
So would you...
God damn it.
Of course.
Fail.
Shame.
How many uses of that do you have? Just the one?
Just the one.
Just the one a day. Now Galdar, he I think he does have that one.
Okay, good, because it's gonna be his turn soon.
No, he God damn
It's the Mad Mage's turn first.
Yeah,
But
but
I don't think
Kurt's...
getting it off of him would help us in any way, to be honest.
yeah, but we don't know that. We don't know what'll happen.
It's worth a try. To quote Jim Carrey, so you're telling me there's a chance.
You know what? Jim Carrey's supposed to play Eggman here soon.
Yep.
Oh,
I heard
jeez,
that. Dr.
about
Robot.
that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, specifically Dr. Robotnik and not Eggman.
Well, technically, Eggman is Dr. Robotnik. They just changed his name.
It's his grandson.
Well, I guess you want to get technical. But if that's the case, then Sonic is someone different too. And
Yeah, but
Tails.
I think he's playing Eggman, not Gerald Robotnik.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
But
so
yeah,
it's Mad Mage's
Kurt's
turn
appearing
first.
to him as an angel. Kurt's appearing to him as an angel.
Alright. I'm just checking something. Hold on.
So tell me that I should shoot him in the face now because he's oh.
No.
Alright. So he lifts up his hands and casts another spell.
On who?
Of course he does.
Oh, that
Oh.
he gone. He gone. I mean, roll d4.
Yep.
There's no way we can get out of this either.
Fucking wizards, right? Jesus.
How about we don't fight him? He's a 9th level wizard.
Oh, he's much higher than that. That's a 9th level spell, dude. That makes him an 18th level wizard.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So let's.
I'm gonna start crying soon.
I'm trying not to fight him. I'm trying to convince him not to fight.
Why did Ortobi shoot him?
So basically, he last thing you guys saw was him lifting his hands up, and in the next moment he's gone, from your point of view.
God damn it.
Kurt lands back on the ground, dispels his wings, and he's gonna do a survival check to see which way. After I turn this thing.
Well, as far as you guys are concerned, he just teleported. You have no reason to expect it was something else.
Yeah, to be fair, that's true.
That's why I'm doing a survival check to see if maybe I can find tracks.
If you think he teleported, you have to have a reason to think he didn't teleport. Teleportation wouldn't leave tracks. Therefore, your reasoning for wanting to use survival check is bizarre. So make an argument for why your character would suspect otherwise.
He might not have teleported. He might have gone invisible.
Okay, that's a good argument.
Kurt was he wouldn't assume teleportation. He just assumed that he did something and
he would just probably assume that he turned invisible or something like that.
Right. Oh, yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Alright, I'll do the survival. That's a
Go investigate the other side of the room now.
Can I roll something to figure out who that was?
Sure.
History, maybe?
Sure.
Yeah, Kurt's gonna get involved.
Nat 20.
You're certain that was the man described as the Mad Mage?
I think that was the Mad Mage.
Yeah,
Well,
shit.
but none of them seem
No,
to have known what his actual name was, so they just referred to him as the Mad Mage.
No, I mean the one who cleared the druids from Yesterhill.
Huh. I almost got to him too.
He had a spell placed on him, something called a mind blank spell.
That sounds rough.
Yes. Green kind of goes over towards Galdar. You alright there?
Oh, Dirk got hit for the lightning bolt.
I mean,
Yeah. Probably best if he heals himself, maybe. Actually, no. You know what? Fuck it. Green just kind of pops him on the shoulder and heals him for 6 hit points.
okay.
I mean, it's only 6 hit points, but you know what? It's still hit points.
Why
Kurt's
can I
gonna
not?
investigate.
Oh, here we go.
And Green's gonna go over and see if he can go and find Ortovi.
Kurt's gonna look
Toby?
in the area.
I'm gonna check for
Alright.
trap.
So, Ortovi, from where you're looking at, a 5-foot-high stone ledge overlooks this cave, which has a long dead campfire to the far west end, and the floor is covered with old gnawed bones.
Alright. Is there anything interesting there?
No, just some old bones that look like, they were eaten at some point. Some of them look humanoid.
Ooh, fun. I'll get to the top of the staircase and wait for the rest of the party.
Yeah. Green soon follows up. Find anything?
Let's just not dabble on what those bones are.
Let's not. But just so you know, do you remember hearing something of the Mad Mage, a figure of note in the region of Barovia?
I don't think so. I haven't been here for I don't know
Well,
how
there's a
long.
figure. There's a figure of note in Barovia, a man by the name of the Mad Mage. He dealt with some problem figures in the land, and I think we might have just encountered him. What would I know about the Mad Mage from that, or just that he was an incredibly powerful wizard?
Well, you'd heard stories, like, some of them you just picked up passively that you weren't actually actively listening to, about how he rallied some people in the village of Barovia, rallied some other people around the region, and eventually led a strike against Strahd himself, and never came back. And that was 3 years ago.
Oh, we found him.
Well, it looks like we found him. I don't know where he is now. If we encounter him again, I say we do not engage.
I mean, I would say don't trust someone called the Mad Mage.
Well, he was just fine until you started shooting at him.
Actually, no. He attacked us first.
Yeah, don't blame me for shit I didn't do.
As you peer around in this dark caves, you see the remains of what looked like wolves in some places, mostly skeletons and bits of completely shattered pelts.
What's this over here?
All right, let me read the description. At the back of this cave, you see looks like some kind of old, completely mold-covered curtain still hanging from the cave wall. It looks like whatever it was made from wasn't properly treated and eventually grew mold because nobody was taking care of it.
Does this look safe to you, or Toby?
I'll check. I mean,
Green takes a couple of steps back.
Oh, great, thanks.
Hey, gotta be safe.
Does it look safe with a 28?
Yeah, and as you're peering closely at it, you get the feeling that this was once made of human flesh.
Fucking EW.
Ew.
Green just kind of reaches out with the back of his hand and just gently pushes it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even touch that shit. Man.
Yeah, it's why he's touching it with his glove as opposed to his actual fingers.
This reveals a staircase leading up, and I think I left the torch things going, so just ignore them. There's actually dark there.
Yeah, doesn't matter. I have light. Yay.
And
So,
since
Kurt,
this
are you
leads
coming
to,
or are you staying behind?
I wanted to investigate this area real quick.
Just FYI, I'm
Maybe we should wait downstairs for Kurt to catch up first.
we'll be fine.
Are you sure about that? Remember what happened to Fawn?
That's a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you rush off like that. Come on, let's wait for Kurt.
hold on,
Sure.
I'm looking for the second part of this map. I know it's somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're not going upstairs anyway. We're waiting downstairs.
Meanwhile, at this back in the other area, Kirsch is hanging around the water cooler by himself, smoking a cigarette.
If we're waiting for cave, I'll check out whatever this gauge room is.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Is that a statue? It
Oh, sorry, I'm in the middle of looking for something, and you guys are wandering everywhere.
Let's wait.
Yeah, I'll read the description as soon as I find the other map that I need to find for you guys. Hold on.
That's fine.
I can't. Unfortunately, I can't. As wonderful as it might be, I can't look at two things at once.
It's okay.
No worries, Chris. Just take your time. Has anybody played Dragon Age Origins recently?
Recently, no, but I've played it a lot.
Oh,
I started playing it again.
there. That's why I couldn't find it. It's right here. It's actually another section of the map. I just thought it was elsewhere.
Yeah, we're
Anyway.
just checking the game.
Alright, back to this description. For the area where the most of you guys are at, rough-hewn stairs lead down to a cave that was once lit by plenty of torches. You can see plenty of small cages that would fit something no bigger than a human child. You can also see what looks like some sort of arena in the middle of things, where there's ancient dried blood along the grounds. Along the walls, you see skeletons and still shackled to the wall, and there's what looks like a crude crumbling wooden statue in the middle of things that bears the rough likeness of a wolf-headed woman draped in garlands and vines and night flowers.
Does the woman look familiar? Like someone we recently met?
No, it basically is. It's too far gone to recognize even if you did, but it doesn't seem familiar.
Green's gonna kind of go up to the statue and use Arcana to see if it's magical or not. If I can do that, that is.
Right.
Did I find anything?
You can detect a faint. No, there's nothing of interest over there, Kurt. I already did. Yeah, sorry. I thought I'd already said that. I apologize.
No, you're busy looking for the map.
Yeah. So as you look around closely at the statue, you realize that there is the fading remnant of some kind of curse on it.
Okay. Nobody touched this.
But no one's refreshed it in a while. It seems to be slowly going away.
If you say nobody touched the statue, Inna is going to immediately want to throw a rock.
Kurt just jumped on the statue.
Hey, Galdar, can you dispel the curse?
I mean, we can just leave it
He's
be.
got the spell magic.
It could work.
Is that what you want him to do?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we need a specific spell for dispel cursed. I don't know.
Yeah, the spell name to remove curse, maybe.
I think remove curse is specifically for when it's attached to a person, though.
I mean, to be honest, we can just leave it.
It
doesn't matter whether
we
it's
could
cursed or
we
not.
could just leave it alone.
No, Isn't that the safest option? Don't we want to play the safest route right now?
Remove curse works on one affected creature or object.
Okay. What Green wants to do is these two corpses behind it. What condition do they look like they're in?
They're skeletonized. They've been there for some
Oh.
time.
Do they have anything on them, or?
No, they're
Because
naked.
Okay. And there's nothing in these cages, I take it.
No, you can see old dried blood and everything like that, but there's nothing currently in there.
Okay. Well, there's nothing else of worth down here. Want to check out the rest of this floor before we head on up?
Yeah.
Okay. Green heads up this way, and he heads down towards this area, waiting for everyone to catch up.
Why you argue with me, you stupid little thing?
I thought you were heading for the stairs.
No, Green said that he wanted to check out the rest of the floor.
Oh, okay.
I already checked it out. There's nothing down there.
Oh, okay then. Never mind. Let's head up. Let's head on upstairs.
Huh.
Well, let's go upstairs. Just put your tokens there, because we're gonna head to a different part of the map, right?
Yep.
Okay, moving down.
That might be
Okay.
easier for her.
Just put your tokens on the stop moving your tokens, and I can grab you.
Sorry.
Stop moving!
No.
Stop moving so I can hit you!
People keep moving. All right. So as you basically slowly make your way up, and you see a large stone arena, and the Mad Mage is just kind of standing there, kind of looking around, rubbing his head through his cowl and all that, and just kind of mumbling something about like poor dead children and other such things. You can see old spears just laying discarded around the area, along with the small bones of what were most likely children.
Oh.
And
Well,
the
I
floor
appear to
of
be in-
the floor of this particular stone circle is just drenched in old blood. It's been there for
I appear
years.
to
It's
be
completely
in,
stained in.
All right, it's old blood and bones.
I appear to be standing somewhere that isn't that. Thank you.
Kurt tried the stealth. Didn't work this time.
He doesn't seem to notice you
Okay.
as he's mumbling something about the dead children.
Okay. No, but okay. Everyone, keep your weapons away.
Uh,
Kurt.
Kurt walks up to him.
for safety's sake, I'm just gonna do insightful fighting. It just means I look at the guy, so he doesn't know I'm doing shit. But if shit goes down, I get sneak attack. So
Kurt taps on the back of his knee again.
Oh, it's the last one again.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Children died here a long time ago. He mumbles
I
and looks
see
around.
that. It's a real shame.
Many
How long
children.
have you been here?
What?
How long have you been here for?
I don't know. Forever? He's kind of looks confused.
Just relax, guy. Nope.
Yeah. No one's here to.
My friend here is also an Azamar.
Green gives him a smile. I am an Azamar of the god Green.
Green. Don't know Green. Never met Green. Shakes his
Not
head.
few have. Like I said, I assure you, we're not here to hurt you, and I apologize on behalf of my friend. We just want to talk. I promise.
Talk about what?
About who you are, why you're here, what happened here.
First,
Who am
what's
I?
your name?
He
My name
kind
is
of
Kurt.
thinks. I don't know. I don't know who I am. Do I have a name? He kind of looks at you guys, and he kind of pulls back his hood, and he kind of pulls back his hood, and you see that he is he doesn't have any hair on the top of his head, but he's got a rather ragged mustache and beard, kind of just draped down. Looks like it hasn't been kept in a couple of years at this point.
We have only heard the title that you have been given by the people of Barovia. That is the Mad Mage, I think it is.
Mad, yes. I guess I'm mad. And it was
say
mad to
you
take on
helped with
Strahd. That's
your-
what happened, wasn't it? Yes? No? He thinks. He squinted up his face. No, it's something else. I don't
We did
remember.
hear.
Why can't I remember?
Relax, my friend. It would appear that you've had a spell cast on.
Really?
A spell called Mind Blank.
What kind of spell?
Would I know what
Uh,
kind of magic it was?
Yeah, you would have known it was the
It's
an eighth level observation spell.
It's an abjuration spell, a quite powerful one.
What happened? How did it get cast on me?
We don't know. That's just what I happened when I put my hand on your shoulder earlier. I figured that out. Our friend, and I gestured to Anna. Tried to dispel it in that when we had a little skirmish earlier. If you would allow us, would you allow us to perhaps try dispelling it?
He shrugs. I don't know what. No, why not?
I look at Galdar. Can you try dispelling it, please?
We're gonna have our holy man help you.
Or Anna's. Oh, okay, no, that came from.
It
Well,
says
Anna's
Inna,
control
but it's
Galdar.
Galdar's.
Okay, cool.
We still need to roll for it.
Yeah, it was. Now his is
His would be wisdom, I think, because he's a cleric.
So,
I'm surprised
Looking
Anna has
at-
a +2 to her.
looking at the two of you, he starts conversing with you in Celestial. It looks like he doesn't actually realize he's doing it, and says, "So, where are you from? How did you find me up here?"
We're a little surprised that he knows Celestial, but he tells him, I'm not from Barovia. We're from outside Barovia.
We came here looking for something. We were hired by now a friend of ours.
He had asked us to accompany him to do a study of the area. And now we're trying to find a way back home.
Yes. It is a spell that can simply run its course. I believe it's
About
should
17
be.
hours, he said.
I think so. Yes. Would you be willing to just sit and talk with us for that time? Just maybe get some sleep. You do look quite tired.
I suppose. Don't know the last time I slept. Yeah, well, it's not like I remember anything.
Well, let's
So-
make camp.
He kind of rubs his fingers through his scraggly beard.
Come on, let's make camp. We can have some food, and we can sit down and we can talk.
All right.
And Green basically begins to pull out his tent and whatnot and begins to make camp.
Kurt will gather the spears on the ground, break the heads off the spears, and turn it into kindling. And then he's going to use his lighter to light them on fire.
He kind of just watches you do this and rubs his head.
Then Kurt takes out a pan and starts cooking the wolf steaks. And then Kurt offers one to the mage.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's fresh, actually. So, do you remember anything from before you came to this cave?
No, I think. He rubs his head. I think I was fighting something, and I lost. It was Strahd, wasn't it? No, wait. Yes.
That might have been who it was. We did hear that after you fought off some druids with with the help of it was out of character. It was Flacky, right? That helped him. Or
What?
oh, I'm trying to remember who it was that joined them to fight off the druids.
I think it was a vampire hunter of some kind, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Or a monster hunter.
it was a vampire hunter.
Oh, I thought it was someone else. Like I thought there was more than just those two. Either way, we heard that you were joined by a vampire hunter to fight off some druids. And then after
Druids?
that, you went to confront Strahd.
Strahd is a great evil throughout the multiverse.
I agree. That's why we're working on trying to figure out the best way to confront him and to defeat him. Hopefully, break the spell that's been cast on Barovia.
Something. He kind of frowns and rubs the back of his head.
We have, besides myself and Green over there, who are of celestial heritage, we also have a weapon that we acquired that might help us defeat the vampire as well.
Yes, Green, because at this point Green is holding the hilt of his sword Solaire in his hand. We acquired this recently.
That looks powerful.
Quite. It emits a blade as bright as the sun.
That could be blinding.
Very much so. Especially to a vampire, I imagine.
At this point, Kurt pulls out his pipe and lights his pipe.
Give the madman psychotropic substances. Do it.
At least Kurt doesn't have to go through a withdrawal like my druid did.
Yes, because the druid he plays also is addicted.
Yep.
So, are you guys willing to stay there for the amount of time it'll take for him to rid himself of
Pretty
this?
much.
Okay, so pretty much you're going to be doing a long rest and you're going to be staying there for about a day. We'll be back in one moment.
Okay.
Yep. Why don't we all take a break at this point and use the bathroom and get drinks or whatever?
Sounds fair.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, back. Okay. So, is Tommy okay?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I just have my mic muted.
But N is gonna be right back. Okay.
Yeah. No, and River is back.
Okay,
I
cool.
believe.
Uh,
Yeah, I think Kurt basically said that he was going to be right back because we're going to be taking a bit of a break. I think. If that's all right.
no, I got up for. Oh. Yeah. I just got up for a minute to close a window.
Oh, okay. But no, Green is basically, I think it's decided that we're basically making camp here.
Yeah. You're kind of up top. So you're basically outside overlooking things at this moment. You can see far from here.
What you want to do?
See far and wide.
Can we see Kresik from here?
Yeah, you can kind of make out at least the wisps of smoke coming up from Frezek.
Probably see the Abbey, to be fair.
That is very true. You can definitely make out the Abbey.
Excuse me.
Excused. So who's still AFK?
Kurt, I believe.
Darn it.
Yeah, we got in there just after midday or so, like about 1 o'clock. And how long did it take us to get from when we first encountered him up to the top? Only took us about a few minutes.
Less than an hour or so.
So he's still got about 16 and a half hours, maybe.
Yep.
So more than enough. So basically, the rest of the day on a long rest, pretty much.
Yep.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that. Green's just sat next to him, just making pleasant conversation, just trying to keep him as calm and genial as possible.
And probably Inna would be playing a few, like, relaxed songs or whatever.
A few little relaxed ditties.
I can hear lots of typing.
Yeah, that's from River's End.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Hi, Slice and Slander.
Ah, there you are. So,
I'm back.
is everyone back? Is Quentin here? Quentin?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so you spend the day chatting with him, and at night, do you stay outside or you go inside?
I think it's probably best if we head inside.
Okay, which is good. You head inside as night falls, and probably, find the best place you can think of to bed down there.
Probably, I would say that's probably where we first encountered him. Maybe that seemed like a pretty decent
Yeah, it's
place.
it's by clean water, so we're good. And you kind of spend the night there. You're undisturbed, and in the morning, or rather just before the morning, the mad mage sits
First
bolt
watch.
upright.
Oh,
All the watches are fine. I'm just gonna skip run past it so I can go on with the dramatics here. The mad mage sits bolt upright, rubs his head, looks around, and goes, "Oh, why are we sleeping on the ground here?"
Because cots are hard to carry up a hill.
because we made camp here and all we had was bedrolls.
Got
Are
it.
you all right?
He rubs the side of his head. I think I am now.
Do you remember?
Why
your
did you
name?
come?
We came to investigate this cave due to it being previously a den for werewolves. We had not expected to find you here.
Yes, well.
Speaking of you, do you remember your name?
Oh, yes. How rude of me. I should introduce myself. My name is Mordecan.
Mordecan.
As
Could you
in
spell that?
Tome of Foes.
Yep, Mordecai's Totem of Foes.
As in the what?
That's why I started laughing hysterically earlier. I suddenly right closer at the bad mage and like, wait a second. I know that name.
I remember, actually, because I do remember him being mentioned.
At the front of the Curse of Strahd book. It's basically right on page 39. Quite easy to overlook.
Yeah. Green in character has no idea who this is. Out of character, I definitely do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, can I do a history check to see if I know the name
Yeah.
Mordenkainen?
You know what? I'm gonna
Sure.
do that as well.
I think Galdar would try to
Kurt
do that.
at nat 20.
Yeah. Jesus,
I'm
Kurt's
thinking for a moment and trying to decide on something. Kurt, well, roll me a 1d100.
Yes, ma'am.
You actually do not. I've never heard his name before. He apparently isn't known on Ollaras.
Could I know it because he writes tomes about foes, and I'm quite.
No, because he isn't known on Ollaras. His tome of foes does not exist on Ollaras.
I'm no problem. I don't know. Sure.
Well, it's good to see that you're back to yourself. How did you end up in this cave?
Well, I was facing off the forces of evil in this place, and well, got defeated, and fortunately, in the process, I lost two of my most important objects: my staff and my book of spells.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Without
Do you
them,
know
I
where
have
they might be?
no clue. Without them, I have no way of leaving this land.
We have no way. Well, we have no way of leaving this land either. Yes, we have a few theories.
Hmm.
If we recover, if you, this might be presumptuous of me, but if you were to acquire your spell book and staff, would you be able to take multiple people out with you, or is it just yourself?
Hmm. I would first have to find a way of persuading the dark powers in this place to allow me to exit, and that seems
We
unlikely.
we do have.
But without them, I have no hope.
Well, I want to roll insight on him just while I'm talking to him, just to see if he is definitely trustworthy. I mean, I'm pretty sure he is, but I just want to be sure.
Yeah,
25.
nice.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Well, we have a theory. Tell me, Mordenkainen, do you know of something called the Soulmonger?
In my travels, I have heard of such things, but typically a bag or contraption created by a night hag.
Yes. Well, supposedly there is one in Barovia, and it is supposedly it is the thing that is stopping people from stopping.
That's wrong.
Yes, stopping people from being resurrected and whatnot. And we believe it might be tied to this.
Yeah, GM note. It did not stop people from being resurrected, or else our Tovi wouldn't be here.
Okay, never mind. I must have written down the description wrong.
You wrote it down from the Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think what you
So
want to say is that it's preventing people from
it's
moving on
yeah,
to the next realm.
yeah, that's what I say. And I believe it might be behind a time loop we've heard so much of.
Time leap. That could explain a lot. He says, rubbing his hand through his beard and looking down at it and going, "Huh, that
We
isn't
believe
good. I should really clean myself up." Come along. He stands up abruptly.
Oh, okay.
We'll go to my home. I don't know why I was in this cave. I've even forgotten it now. But we should not need to stay here any longer.
Can I ask you a quick question?
All right.
Did you live in a tower with a cart on the outside and a locking mechanism that summoned a dragon if you did it wrong?
He shakes his head. No, that definitely was not me.
Okay, good to know.
Kurt is just thinking of like a tower seems like a great place for a wizard to live. So I'm gonna ask. All right, well, after you, sir.
So he actually takes you guys back out through the. There's no map for this, by the way, but he takes you back out through the top area. At which point he does this. Oops.
Huh.
And he opens up a portal into his mansion.
Woo!
Well, Anna just slides on in, going, "Thank you very much."
Well, make yourselves at home for now, and There's plenty of food, drink, proper beds, although of course we did just sleep. But you could at least avail yourselves of some, refreshing areas. I have a magical device that allows water to come pouring through from the ceiling. That it's very efficient at cleaning your bodies if you're not wearing anything. And even other magical
So
devices.
starts stripping.
No, not now. Not now, miss. I can. He claps his hands, and basically a mechanical servant of sorts, like basically a Tin Man sort of thing, the more articulated, comes kind of strolling up, saying, "My servant here will show you where to go."
Would Kurt know this as a robot?
It looks like a magical version of a robot, yeah.
Yeah, Kurt is hearing all this. Like, yeah, where I come from, they call those showers.
I'm like, bath time! And I'm like, yay, it's shower time. It's gonna be wonderful.
The monkey climbs down off of you and watches you go to the shower as the bird kind of like sits down on the side of a chair. And the mage kind of wanders up to another bathroom and, looks through a mirror and starts grooming himself. What do the rest of you get?
I go up to the raven and I whisper to the raven, I don't know if you want to, but you might want to get bathed with Anna.
The bird kind of turns and kind of pecks you on the nose.
I just look at her and give her that look that, yeah, I know. So it's probably best if you went.
Peck.
Kurt just takes it. He offers her officer some bread.
And she's ignoring.
I don't know what I did to this bird. I really don't.
Green just goes and finds a chair to sit down in.
Quite a very plush, comfortable chair. Looks very ornate, and just kind of welcomes you as you sit down. A fire instantly appears in the hearth nearby, spreading light and warmth throughout the room. And you can easily see that there's bookshelves here nearby, near to you. You seem to be in some kind of study or living room.
Kurt goes and sits down as well. He looks at Green. He goes, So that spell. How long that spell that's cast in Mordenkainen? How long does that usually last?
From what I felt, it's for him specifically, it lasted 17 hours.
That means that someone must have found him recently.
Either that or
cast it on him, or B, he cast it on himself for some reason.
Cast it on himself so he couldn't be affected by something.
Or maybe if the spell lasts really long and just ends.
That is true. It is a spell that helps him resist being charmed. Grizz, just to check, out of character, I know vampires are capable of charming people. Would I know that in character?
Yes, you considering your profession before this, yes, you would be aware that vampires can charm people.
I wouldn't be surprised if he placed it on himself, because, well, both you and I know that vampires are capable of charming people. If he was going up against Strahd, I don't think he'd particularly like to be charmed.
Another thing that we can consider is that he might know the location of the temple.
That is certainly something to consider. Maybe who knows?
He might have that knowledge somewhere in this vast mansion of this.
Quite. Maybe he could either provide us with some form of measure of assistance, or maybe even
winter clothes.
He might be able to even accompany us and provide us with those winter clothes that I have somehow just been reminded of.
What? No, it is in the bath.
Uh-huh.
In the bath, getting all clean, very clean, very clean. I don't know why I'm singing, I just am.
No, I would be doing that too. Like in a shower, the like big itself. Like I'm wondering why nobody else showed up for shower time. It is shower time.
I'm surprised how is. Oh, pardon me. Goodness me. Sorry, that kind of snuck up on me.
We're all
You just
dying.
woke up, Joe.
mm,
You still be tired.
this chair is very comfy.
That's true.
But yes, it is. Well, I'm not surprised that he knew, but I'm somewhat relieved that he knows of the soulmonger. Or at least he's heard of it. Something made by a night hag. Is that what are we going to end up dealing with a night hag at some point?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Wouldn't
I'm gonna assume Arcana check to see if I know what they are and what they do.
Sure.
Green's gonna roll out as well. 19.
My computer's like.
Wow, considering intelligence is one of my lowest stats, I'm somehow rolling really well in it.
So let me pull out the full, complete description of a night hag for you.
You could always shoot them.
I do. Looks over at his copy of the monster manual, debating on if I should go and get it.
Actually, I think Volo's Guide to Monsters might have a better description.
I know the night hag is in the monster manual.
Actually, better than that. I can just sit here and call it up on the compendium because I have all of those on compendium now.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds gross.
So, what you know about night hags is that they are sly and subversive. They want to see the virtuous turn to villainy, love turn to obsession, kindness turn to hate, devotion to disregard, and generosity to selfishness. Well, we know what they're doing in the real world, aren't we? The night hags were once creatures of the Feywild, but their foulness saw them exiled to Hades long ago, where they degenerated into fiends. The night hags have long since spread across the lower planes. That's the main thing. And they also know they're associated with soulmongers, which is a item that a kind of bag that they've created that they can use to capture a person's soul.
And it can be destroyed with fire.
Yeah.
No, they're resistant to fire, I think.
No, but I believe the information we were given when,
It was somebody else's questioning about a soulmonger elsewhere that they were told that it could be destroyed by fire. But that was Mao, and he never got a chance to just communicate this to anybody else in his book, in his party.
Oh man.
Oh no, wait, Phaedra was there. Never mind. She would have been able to. She heard that too.
Yeah.
Stupid dogs. I'll be right back.
Stupid dog, you made me look bad. Booga booga booga.
Hey! So, that you guys are talking about, thinking about hags. What are the rest of you guys doing? Quentin, what about you? You're very quiet.
I'll probably would have taken a shower, I guess. Freshen up, get the death stench off of me, you know.
Yeah, he's got multiple showers, so.
Yeah. And I guess he's gonna write in his book on monster slaying. I don't know what he would write. Nothing insightful happened, but sure.
So someday there'll be a book called Ortovi's Book of Monster Slaying, huh? It'll fit on the shelf between Mordecai's Tome of Foes and Volo's Guide to Monsters and Xanthar's Guide to Everything.
Sure.
And Xanathar's notebook of everything else.
Yeah.
Kurt's notebook of absolutely nothing.
Which is literally just a blank book.
Yep. It's 1,000
Books have
pages.
so much potential.
Sorry about that.
That's
That's
okay.
okay.
Well, for now, there's our best bet is hopefully the Morning Canaan knows where the Amber Temple is, and all we can do is just go because I feel like the Amber Temple is going to hold the answers to probably most of our questions.
Yes, it will no doubt be dangerous, though. Incredibly so.
Yep. But danger is part of our middle name.
Yes.
Our middle name should be dangerous and stupid.
I'll take dangerous. You take stupid.
No, that's what it is for.
No. Come on. That's just mean. She made
Really?
what? She made one mistake.
She stole a monkey.
That's not the one mistake. I thought you were going to talk about her blowing you guys up.
No, that's that too. But you said the one mistake. I'm not saying that she is stupid. I'm just saying she's done some stupid shit. I'm no saint. Let me tell you, I've done
Yes,
some
but I don't.
stupid shit.
Isn't she more reckless? Wouldn't it be dangerous, stupid, reckless,
I would take reckless.
zealous
I
from
can understand.
Geldar?
If some of her decisions have been questionable, but I do admit that the rest of you have been a little bit hard on her recently.
Oh, I'm just giving her shit. She knows.
Yes, that is true.
I've also made it up to her. Was that
That is a
guitar
point.
day?
That is a point.
And she had the chance to get back at failed.
Mm.
Alright, so what's the next stop after we talk to this guy?
Well, we're waiting for him to get out of the shower.
Well, once we are done here, we need to head on. We need to head back to Krezek. Tell David and Aki about this because they're going to want to know about it.
Oh, David especially.
Yes,
As a matter of
definitely.
fact, if we can, we should probably just Warner can come back with us.
I was going to ask if he could perhaps be of assistance to us in Barovia. If he's trying to get out as much as we are, he would be an invaluable ally to us.
Yeah, I have reason to believe that that one guy up in the tower might have or even know where Mordenkainen's book is.
Maybe, but not every single
That's-
wizard in the world knows each other. But it's a chance.
Well, that's why I asked about the tower. See if maybe that was where
Mm.
Mordenkainen was at before he created this place.
It doesn't look like he has any relation with it, but. In any case, Green just kind of sits back and just makes a little chat with Kurt until Mordenkainen comes back.
Mordecai returns looking much more trimmed up and everything like that. His beard and mustache are no longer very scruffy.
And he's probably shaved his head as well, going by the pictures I've seen of him.
Well, I'm just describing him as just being bald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figure by now Anne is finishing up her shower and coming out all clean.
And it's one of those women that takes 3-hour-long showers.
Hey,
Hey,
3 hour.
When was the
long-
last chance she had a shower?
3 hour long showers are great, man.
I was gonna say I don't
Yep.
know if Anna's ever actually taken a shower. She's probably like, it's raining inside.
Yeah, that's probably it. And it's warm and it's everywhere and this is beautiful. Like, yeah, she took it like probably an hour-long shower.
So
The
I don't
heated
know how
portal
this
to the
shit.
elemental plane of water.
And it's like I don't know how this works. Kurt's like I know exactly how it works.
And I'm like, good for him.
But that's because Kurt's a tinker and he knows how things work. If he doesn't know how it works, he's gonna make damn sure he figures it out.
Kurt knows all.
His natural gnome curiosity got him into trouble. Kurt tells Green about the time that he saw this brand new card that he didn't know how it worked, so he took it apart. Turns out it was his boss's new card, and his boss was not very happy with it.
Green laughs at that.
Yeah,
No idea.
if this was back in the nib, she would have been very angry with him.
Oh yeah,
Green laughs, having no idea what a car is.
that's true.
It's kind of that laugh of that's funny. I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's funny.
Oh, a car is an automatic cart with that pushes itself. It doesn't need horses or anything like that.
That's considering what you've told me of your home, I'm not surprised that they have something like that.
And Mordecai just kind of pulls out a book and kind of nods and says, "Yes, they exist on multiple worlds, and that's just in the surrounding world sphere."
Interesting.
He's still talking like he's mad, but
the words he's saying sound mad, but the way he's pronouncing them probably isn't.
So, which world are you lot from? Are you all from the one that connects to this particular Barovia, or have you wandered into here from someplace else?
I'm from the land of Evlarin. If that means anything.
I came here with Kurt and Ortovi over there, so I'm from there as well.
I was teleported in. I'm not quite sure where I belong in relation to this place.
Well, it would be fascinating to explore your world for a while. I didn't really get a chance before coming here. Barovia, it seems, has got multiple incursions throughout the multiverse, all connected to this particular world sphere.
Yes.
So you want to get out of Barovia? That what your ultimate goal is, Mordecai?
Of course. Who wouldn't?
Do you know, alright, so I have a question. Do you happen to know where the Amber Temple
Hmm. The Amber Temple, yes. It is south along one of the roads. And it is very cold there, from what I understand.
I think I know the road that would take us there. It is, well, supposedly the Amber Temple is where the Soulmonger is.
Oh? What makes you think that?
Information I have acquired in previous encounters.
Interesting.
Some crazy cat lady with horns.
Yeah,
She was a really cool crazy cat lady.
You kind of frowns her. Crazy cat lady with horns. Oh! Thorn Walks! He kind of nods.
She has a last name.
Yes, I have encountered her in my travels.
So do tell me, is she a god? What is she?
It is. He kind of thinks for a minute how to answer that. Well, I imagine that if she wished to be a god, she would be one. Elsewise, she's probably not that different from me, myself.
Just an incredibly powerful entity.
Who travels the multiverse, yes.
And she has her own little pocket dimension home, it seems.
Quite a vast one at that.
Yes, we've experienced it ourselves.
Pretty swanky.
But she does give us good rewards for whenever we complete her quests.
Yes, like this. And he holds up the sun sword.
That is quite nice.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Mordecai, do you want to join us? We want to leave Barovia, and we feel like that defeating Strahd might be part of it. I know you had issues with him the last time.
He kind of tilts his head and kind of puts out a hand and it says, Well, that might be true in other sections of the multiverse, as I thought it would be. Here, there's something even more dire going on. Strahd is not exactly the problem as we thought he was going to be.
Okay. Go on.
There's something else behind him. Something disguised in his castle that is pulling the strings behind the scenes.
Do you know what
So-
this thing is?
Some kind of demon.
What are the chances of us being able to find this demon without having to face Strahd?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said, what are the chances of finding this demon without having to fight Strahd?
He shrugs. I'm not actually sure. I'm not sure how to go about unmasking the demon. All I know is that when we were fighting Strahd, the demon. When we were fighting Strahd, and I happened to be in a vulnerable spot, the demon appeared and tossed me over a cliff into a waterfall.
We're all going to die here.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
I certainly hope not.
Alright, I'm gonna roll a religion check to see if I can think of any demons that might work with vampires.
Right.
With my knowledge of vampires today.
Yeah, could Green provide assistance to Kurt with that if they just kind of put their heads together and think to give him advantage on the roll?
Sure.
Alright, let's see.
Out of character, I think I know. Based on what I know.
Character, I have no idea. That's
mean-
an 11.
Nothing comes to mind.
Can Octavie try and make a check?
Sure.
Would that be, what kind of check would that be?
That'd be a
Religion.
Religion. Alright.
Well, that was for Galdar.
Nah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of you can figure out what's going on.
We might have to see if we can find any more information elsewhere. But yes, Mordenkainen, would you be able to join us in our venture? Or at
Oh.
least provide... Sorry, you were saying?
He says, well, I do have some other things I need to do.
Ah,
I need to
Fair
find my
enough.
book, for example.
would we be able to help you do that?
He shakes his head. I'm afraid not. That's more of a private matter between a wizard and his book.
That's
But I might be able to provide some limited assistance, depending on what you might need.
Clothes for the mountain?
Winter clothes or something to keep us warm, maybe.
I mean, if you want, you could join us going to the Amber Temple.
He's... Yeah, that would be useful, but if he has matters of his own business to attend to, then...
Yeah, it's just a shot.
Yes.
Are you able to perhaps is there any form of equipment you could perhaps provide? Like if we paid you or something? Magical in nature?
He shakes his head. I will consider what might be needed and get back to you on that. You can stay here and relax for a few hours while I search.
Very well, thank you.
While you're at it, if you could locate a book on demons that might align themselves with vampires like Strahd,
I
I'd
can
be
go.
interested in that.
If you want, I can go and look for that as well. So that if you know where to look, Morton Kanan.
I personally wouldn't, just because I'm afraid one of us might get lost in Morgan King's mansion.
It's about this time that I need to bring the game to a close.
Okay.
I don't know why, but there's some sort of weird smell in the area I need to deal with.
Okay.